guys. Welcome to my live. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you for joining. Hi, Papa Greg. Thank you so much. Please remember to like the live, please, and thanks as soon as you come in. As you can see, my super chat is up. You're more than welcome if you would like to put up a super chat. Hi, Twinny. Hi, Mama Charmaine. Blessings. Thank you for coming. Guys, if you would like to come up on the platform, the link is to follow in the comments. So you're more than welcome. Let's have this discussion, living in a foreign land or country, as you might want to put it. You know, I would love to get your views. But as I always do, guys, I'll give you about 5 minutes to say hello to everybody, make everyone come in, welcome everybody. You know. Oh, Twinny! Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. My first big super. Thank you so much. Thank you. My first super chat for, tonight. Thank you. Appreciate you. May your pocket never run dry. God bless you. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Twinny. Thank you so much. Mama Charmaine saying, thanks for the blessings, my brother. Yeah. And thank you. Oh, hi, Roxy. How you doing? Blessings. I didn't even know you haven't even got a jacket on.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Oh, hi, Roxy.
If you'd like to come up, you're more than welcome. See, my mother has come up on the platform. Hi, R&B. Blessings. Thank you for coming, sweetie. Hi, Cash. How you doing? Blessings. Thank you for coming. Welcome all. Hi. Anyone that would like to come on the platform, you're more than welcome to. Please just... Okay, Mom, I'm just talking. Hold on one moment, please. Yeah, if anyone would like to come up on the platform, you're more than welcome. If you'd like to stay in the comments, you're more than welcome to too. But I'm giving you a couple more minutes before we start the whole discussion of living in a foreign land or country. Mommy blessing Sunday. Everyone's saying hello, Mom. Roxanne British is saying hello.
Hello. Hi, all.
Yeah.
Blessed Sunday.
Craig says, I don't like that statement that persons are in a foreign land, whether they might migrate to a different place from which they was born. We are all God's creation, and this world... Okay, let me just put it up. This world anywhere is for everyone. Exactly. That is so true. But, it's just the saying or the terminology, Craig. I'm not judging or saying anything. I'm not telling anyone to go back to where they come from. It's just the question, of frame, to be honest. Life is what you make it. That's true. That is so true. That is very true, Craig. That is so true, Papa. Yes. Welcome. Have you ever thought about migrating, Craig? Or going to another country? Blessings all. Kindly remember to like up the live, please, and thanks. Appreciate all of you. Blessings, Mama Charmaine saying blessings, Mom.
Blessings, blessing. Thank you for your blessings.
One moment. Craig just said something. One moment. I'm not saying you're wrong with your question, Special K, but I know whether a person may go in life, make the best of it anyway. Yes, Craig, this is what we're going to talk about, Craig. So I understand where you're coming from and I understand what you're saying, and everyone's entitled to their opinion or even what they want to say. That's not what I'm going into. So this is where we're going to be having this discussion. But it's just, to some, it's living in a foreign land. To them, some it's living in a foreign country, So I understand. Blessings, genius. Welcome for coming. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you. So now I'm not looking at it in no other way. Everyone's entitled. This is what my talk show is about. Yes, I have. But in my mind, I'm in the greatest part of the world right here in the USA. And right now, my life is great. So I'm good right here. Amen. That's good. That's amazing. That's love. I like that. R&B says, like, thank you, R&B. Appreciate you, sis. Blessing. Thank you. Hi, my genius. I agree, Craig, but whether you travel outside of where you were born, everybody says you are in foreign. Exactly, Mama Charmaine. That's why, the long conversation is here. Guys, if you would like to come up on the platform, you don't have to leave me alone. You're more than welcome. The link is to follow. Just click on the link and come onto StreamYard. It's free. You don't have to pay. Hi, Jokio. Assalamu alaikum. Awalaikum salam. Yes. Big up everyone in the comment section. Yes. Let's start this topic. I guess no one's coming up today. Blessings, genius. By definition, we are all foreigners. Exactly, Twinny. Twinny, would you like to come up on the platform? You're more than welcome to. How are you? I'm fine, thank you, Jokio. I'm blessed, thank you. Having a great Sunday. Blessings. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate every single one of you. How are you, Winston Chronicles? Yes, Jokio, bless up. I'm doing well, family.
One of the big thing is that whenever I go to Jamaica and visit, they call me foreigner. No matter how I look, no matter what I talk, they call me foreigner.
How are you? I'm blessed, thank you. Yes, hi. Brother Stones, I am babysitting. Okay. How are you, sister? I'm great. How are you? You just started? Yes, genius, we're just starting. Yeah. I just welcome in everybody first before I always do that. I wait for a crowd to come in before I start my thing. I'm on the road. I'll be there shortly. No problem, Twinny. No problem. Special sister. Thanks for support. No problem, Jokio. I'm born in Nova Scotia, Canada. I live in Canada. I'm not any less of see R&B. That is lovely, And is there anywhere that you would love to migrate to? Hi, Cool Cat. Blessing. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Yes. There might be some people that might just want to go to another country and thought about migrating or going to a next place, Was just checking. Yeah, okay, no problem, genius. No problem. Thank you. The chat is going a bit fast today. Love, Miss Charmaine. Appreciate you. Yeah, living in a different country, also known as being an Sorry, how are you, genius? Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Yes, thank you. Please kindly like up the live, please, and thanks. Appreciate you. How are you, Mr. Cool Cat? Yeah, guys, anyone, it doesn't matter who it is. You're more than welcome to come up on the platform. You do not have to turn on your camera. As you see, my mum doesn't have her camera on. You could also just turn around and just speak. You don't have to turn around and you can just stay in the comments and give me your views or your opinions towards everything. You're more than welcome. Yeah. So I'm gonna start now, because I thought my cousin was going to come on, but she hasn't come up. I'm going to start now because I thought my cousin was going to come on, but she hasn't come up. Expatriate. Yeah, so living in a different country, also known as being an expatriate or expat, offers significant. Oh, sorry, my volume is up. Offers significant personal and professional growth opportunities, but also comes with challenges. So, this is what I was talking about by living in a foreign country. Have you ever felt like, some people that are living in a foreign country feel like it's all glitter and gold? To some, it's not. You know, you don't know what it's like to be living in a foreign country. So, my talk was, why consider living abroad? Why is it such a big do or end all? You know, what do you think about living abroad? Welcome, everyone. Please like up the live, please, and thanks. Appreciate you. Mum, you're muted. Why are you up here then if you're not going to talk or have your mic on?
When I hear something to talk about.
So then come. All right. I'm good, thank you.
There are many reasons why people migrate from their own country and live abroad.
When I
Some
moved to America, I had to leave my family to the unknown, and it was very difficult for me. Oh, okay, Mama Shah. How did you find it? Sorry, Mum, what you were saying?
There are many reasons why some people have to leave to go to abroad. And, and that can the upheaval, if they leave willingly, then they are prepared for whatever they might face. When there are some people, they have to leave because of family, like children. Children leave because their parents are abroad, and so they have to go behind the parents, follow the parents to go abroad, and so they grew up in a foreign country. Where I am concerned, living in this country, my parents came to this country when I was quite young. Young. I was only 3 months old when my dad left to this country, 2.5 when my mother came, and when I came here, well, my mother, we grew up with our grandparents, and my mother said that she can't have us until after our grandparents pass. So I came here as an adult, and when
Mm-hmm.
I came here, it was a shock, a big shock. The houses were of bricks, which I never expected, because the houses in Jamaica weren't of bricks; they were of what you call them there. Anyway, it was of bricks, and they were so unfriendly. Unfriendly is the most unfriendly set of people. We grew up where we have to
Yeah,
tell,
yeah,
say
okay. Can
hello
I
to
just
people.
quickly read what Craig just said, please, Mum? Craig says, can we truly say, being on this part of the world, that we are foreigners? I know 300 plus years of my family linkage right here in America. So I can't say I am from Africa or my ancestors are too.
You see, the thing is that we don't see ourselves as foreigners. It's how the Iraqis see us and other people see us. They see us
Mm-hmm.
as foreigners.
Yeah.
And that's where the issue
RM,
comes
RM,
in.
R&B says, I am scared to leave Canada. I've never left Canada. Oh, wow.
Why
That
are
is,
you scared? Why are you
what makes you
scared?
scared?
There's no
What
issue of
makes
you
you,
going back.
Mom, please, hello. What makes you scared of living and moving or flying or leaving Canada? Have you ever thought about, going to visit another island or country or, at the same time? Mama Charmaine says, I've moved to New York in October. I cried for months because I didn't know what to do or where to go. No one explained what to expect or how to cope with the loneliness. Oh, wow. So sorry to hear, Mama
Yeah,
Charmaine.
that is
See,
the thing.
and some people would think that moving like abroad is something that is, you know,
It's a big
a
deal.
great, yeah, it's a big deal. It's lovely. It's what we want in, you know. Um, Mama Sham, R&B says different laws. Oh wow, okay, I understand that. Yeah, but you should try and if you can, when you can, try and visit another island. You know, meet other cultures. You know, because what was it like for you, Mum, when you first came over from Jamaica to England? Like seeing the different cultures, the language. Did you have a language barrier?
I
You
didn't
know.
have no language barrier because England is English speaking and Jamaica is English speaking. Although some
Yeah,
old
but you say
cousin,
that, Mum, but at the same time, there's many people that are
you ask me though.
from, yeah, I know, but I'm just explaining something to you at the same time. There's something also where people certain times will say they don't understand, you know, your language. Hi, Papa Winstone. Blessings, greetings, everyone.
Yes, good evening to each and everyone.
Yes, how you
Me-
doing? Yeah, sorry, Mum, you were saying.
No, there wasn't a language barrier because in Jamaican speak English. I've got an accent and I've got what you call a Jamaican I speak
Dialect.
Jamaican lingo, and when I want to confuse people, I go in my lingo. Yeah, if people
Yeah.
bother me, I just start talk fast in my lingo and they can't understand me. But that was deliberate. But I speak English like everyone else. This is an English speaking country with lots of other languages in. And
But
99%,
that's your terminology, Mum. That's what I'm trying to
but I'm
explain.
speaking
Some
about
people would
myself.
still, yeah, but that's what I'm trying to explain. There's certain people that will say, "Oh, speak properly. Why are you speaking with a twang?" Like you heard the other day. Why are you speaking with a twang? You know, some people will say, "Oh, I can't understand you because of certain things that you pronounce. It may be not the way you may think it's pronounced properly, and some people will say it's not pronounced properly." Do you understand?
To me, the emphasis is on them. I try to understand them, and if they don't want to understand me, then the emphasis is on them.
But imagine if it was on the other way around.
You see, I cannot go to somewhere and expect them to cater to
Understand
me.
your,
Exactly.
yeah.
I am going to where you are, so I must learn something about you. I must know
Mhm.
something about you. I can't go
Mhm.
there to force myself, my belief, my everything on you. And this is where there is issue here. The government here used to cater a lot of interpreters, and now they are saying interpreters are costing them so much money because you have people living in this country for years, over 40 years, and they don't try to speak English or try to find out anything. And they have to be, so now they're bringing this immigration thing where you have to go and sit to take some tests and thing. And they say if you don't know the English, then you're not supposed to be here. You need to know the basis. Just
I agree, Mystic. That is so true. As a person who has lived all over the world, I
Mhm.
find exactly what you're saying is that people, like I lived in Germany for 3 years. I can tell you, when I was in the military, there's a lot of people that live in Germany much longer and never even try to learn one lick of German because they feel like, especially Americans, I'm gonna say plain and simple. Americans go to every other country. I expect say every other country I go conform to them, right?
Mhm.
And it goes both ways. If you go into, like you said, if you go to a foreign country, do your research, and the information is so much more now than it was back then. Me I talk about now the early 90s and so forth. But if you go one Spanish speaking country, learn a little bit of Spanish. If you go one French speaking country, learn a little bit of French, you know? And again, technology helps you now more so than ever with that.
Most of
So
the, yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
if you're going to an English speaking country, you shouldn't have no problem, right? And we say it all the time in America, say, well, if you come up from a foreign country, you're supposed to learn English. So why wouldn't you expect them to expect the same of us when we go to their country?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Well, Craig just said, which I'm going to read out. The biggest problem I see with some people when migrate to another part of the world is some people tend to be antisocial and act as if they're afraid to make connections and socialize. Well, Craig, not really say they're being antisocial. Sometimes they're scared. And what is known, even just over here, racism is all around. And it's not just with black and white. Racism is even within cultures and even religion. It's a big thing. So when you're saying that they're antisocial, is it that they're antisocial, or is it that they look for comfort within their comfort zone, what they can kind of relate to, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
When I
they
when
can
I
connect to?
when I first came to this country, I find people very unfriendly. What I was used to saying hello to people, smile with people, and things like that. And I find that they look at you as if to say, "Huh? You're saying hello?" You things like that. And so picking up on that vibes, I start to sort of cut back on that. I pass people and don't say hello and things like that.
But
Because and gradually I sort of pick up their ways, which I'm not happy with. I'm not
But
happy.
mistake. Not
Mhm,
to cut you, but it's not that they are unfriendly. If you have lived in different parts of the United States and even different parts of the world, you realize that it's just like Jamaica. Everybody have their own little thing with them do. Like if you live down south, you find that everybody down south them now walk past you without say good morning or good
mhm.
evening. If you go to New York, them now say nothing to you. If you drop down and have a heart attack. New Yorkers now say nothing to you. They now touch you. They now do nothing to you. It's just the culture,
They
you know.
just walk around, yeah,
Yeah,
they
and so
walk
you have
over
to.
you and stuff, yeah,
And I said them definitely directly mean to you is just I just for them culture that and everywhere
yeah.
you go is different. Like what you say, if you ever go down south, southern people. I live in North Carolina for about 10 years, and
I do.
I learned that southern Americans are even in the Midwest. There's a
Mhm.
lot of people that they won't walk past you without saying good morning, and if you even don't respond to them, then probably say good morning a second time, just for you acknowledge them,
Yeah, acknowledge them, yeah,
So and I say them mean,
exactly.
and I say them mean to you is just you have to once you live in a certain
As
location,
you
you have to
say that,
understand the culture, you know.
exactly, because let me explain something, and that's one thing even my mum knows. Me being a black young lady, me saying hello to people, I'm one for saying hi, good morning, how are you? You look lovely. How's your day going? Some
That is it,
people look at
Sister
that like,
Charlene.
oh, you know, what that's weird for a black young lady to be talking like that or speaking to me like that. Why do you speak like that? Do you understand? So it can be, it's not say, like I said, it can be it can be, Miss Charmaine said, this is when, that is it, Winstone. I had to learn how to have a conversation with a German because I want to learn R&B. R plus B said, so someone with disability that can't learn other languages or things like the laws and such. Yeah, that's so true. That's very true. Hi, Dave. Dave says it's not like that in Southeast Asia. Dave, it's not say that it's we're particularly going and saying that anyone specifically is like that, but there's some places where you do go. You could even just go down the road and it's a different culture compared to what you're used to.
Yeah, and
You're actually being
you
in a
have to
foreign
adapt.
place.
You have to adapt to your environment. One of the things we learn in the military is adapt and overcome. So
Mhm.
you can easily say, you know what, me don't want to learn what them people are trying to say. I don't want to learn their culture, nothing,
I mean,
and you will be in that bubble. But to me, if you're
Mhm.
migrating to a different place, you have to adapt. If you look upon even like Jamaica, you feel like say, we always talk about, for example, perfect example. when in America, if you're around Spanish people or people that speak Spanish or Hispanic or whatever, right?
Mhm.
When they start speaking, well, people get offended because they must say, "Oh, y'all talk about me, this, that, whatever." You don't feel like they feel
Mhm.
the same way when we start talk patois. Even though we say patois is English, patois is not English. Patois is a
Mhm.
dialect. Patois is a mixture of multiple languages,
Multiple.
right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times people hear us when we start, because we can transition from English to patois very quickly because we were taught that way, right? We learn English in our school, we learn Queen's English in our school, but we can transition to patois at any time. So when you
Mhm.
transition, people feel uncomfortable because they don't know what you're saying. Just as how you feel uncomfortable when somebody else starts speaking their language, which is one of the reasons why I say if you're going to visit a foreign country, try learn the language. You might not be able to learn it fluently, but understand certain phrases, certain
Phrases. Yeah.
parts of the culture, certain even things about their culture. Because in the Middle East, they don't shake with the right hand. You know,
Yeah.
how many people know that, right? Because
Mhm.
they consider the right hand unclean because that's what they use to wipe them, you know, thing, right? So to me is understanding whatever country you decide to migrate to, visit, whatever, learn the
Mhm.
culture and the information. We live in the information age. Learn the information now. I mean, they got Google Translate. They have so much technology, even now, more than then, where you can really and truly use. So you
Mhm.
kind of understand what's going on. Would I love to know if
Yeah.
somebody had planned to kidnap me if me in some foreign country, right? So you know, we
Well,
rather use
yeah.
Google Translate and know go on, or
Well, yeah.
at least know what that type of culture, what them
Mm, the thing
nuances is
which
before we go there.
yeah, they're doing a thing where they're doing little AirPods, like little where you can translate the language into English or whatever language that you are to understand it, but they're still working on it, I think,
You,
just
you
doing
remember
translating.
Carrie, you remember the day I did it with
Special, mom.
special, sorry. You remember I
Mm.
did it with that Japanese lady when she was there to
Yeah. Yeah,
translate
yeah, but
on.
we're not going into that, Mom.
Uh,
Craig says that's my point with everything. I was trying to say, Winstone, most persons fail when they migrate because they don't learn to adapt. Yeah, sorry, Mom, you were saying?
okay, I'm done.
No, I'm just saying, please, you're just
Yeah, I
saying
mean,
my name and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, mistake.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Dave says, I'm Australian who lives in Malaysia. The problem you have in Britain don't exist here. But we're not just talking about Britain, Dave. We are talking about culture, countries in general. Like you may enjoy living in Malaysia right now, but how was it for you when you first went as an Australian living in Malaysia? You understand? That's what I'm
Mhm.
getting at. There's like 20. How was it for you when you first went to a country, or have you ever been to a country where you felt very uncomfortable in being a Jamaican?
Honestly,
Hmm.
that was the United States, believe it or not, because one of the things I
Yeah, they
learned,
do, Craig.
one of the things I learned when I moved to these states in '95, and
Mm-hmm.
granted, I didn't spend long on the civilians.
Oh,
I've only been a civilian for 3 months of my entire life that I've lived in the United States. But the one thing I noticed about the United States was, unlike, and for those that grew up in Jamaica, I grew up in Jamaica in the 70s and 80s. The one thing you tell people about Jamaica, people always say, yo, experience racism in Jamaica. I say, honestly, I never experienced racism until I moved to the United States because in America, well, in Jamaica, it was about social class, right? The people have it and the people that don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And you usually that's where the separation was. No, not saying racism doesn't exist because racism exists everywhere, but it was more about social class in Jamaica, right? We even talk about the motto, out of many one people. So I think as Jamaicans, we believe in that whether you're Chinese, Indian, whatever it is, you are Jamaican first, right? And everything else come after, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
separation is the social class, which is the people who have money and the people who don't have money. That's the separation. In the United States, people are very quick to call you out based on what them think you're from and what they think your education level is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as a person
Blessings, Mama Charmaine.
that joined the military, like I came here from a foreign country and I served 25 years in the military. There's a lot of Americans that have never served, and them quick to jump out and say them patriotic and all these things, but they have never served their country, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they quick to call you down because you're an immigrant, you know. So that's why you see it's very right now we live in some trying times where we are talking about immigration and immigrants because immigrants is what build this country. This country is built on immigration.
And Grace, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
most countries are built on immigration, aside from countries that just don't
So
let you into them
you
country. You
see,
know.
when you first came over to America,
Mm-hmm.
did you find it hard to adapt to the foreign food,
Not
or
really.
you know,
Not really. It wasn't even so much. Well, I'm a foodie, so I
you're a
can't judge
foodie?
me.
That's that's what he
Everyone, every
said.
country, every country me go, me try them food. That's one of my big things. It's like me like
Mhm.
I tell people all the while. Say if you go to France, go try McDonald's. You know, might as well you know go. Cause you waste your time. You're supposed to immerse
Try
yourself
the
in
cultural food.
every culture, every place from
Yeah,
even at the states, every different state when we go in the United States, they have a different culture. So me always ask them, what is your local food? You know, what is your,
mhm.
you know, if me go to Maine, what is Maine known for? Maine's known for lobsters. All right, more find the smallest restaurant in a Maine and more go try it. The way them cook them food, you know. If me go to
Mhm.
Jamaica, said speed, more go to one little tuck shop and eat, cause me know the food nicer there so as opposed to going to a resort where they commercialize the food, you know.
Yeah,
So that is what I talk about when I talk about adapting to your environment because
yeah.
I think like one of the things when we say about Jamaica, Jamaica is one of the only countries where we know where we change our food in other resorts to please the tourists. Where
Tourists,
every other
exactly.
country where you
And
go,
they
you have
will
to eat the
take out the
food as is.
pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll take out the pepper. Whereas when you go to, for instance, to China, or you wanted the black pepper soup
Yeah,
or
eat
something,
Chinese food.
they exactly.
If you go
But
Korea, you eat Korean food.
food,
They don't change their food
change it.
to
Yeah,
adapt to the tourists, which is to
yeah.
me is like this is not why you go to a foreign country anyway to experience their culture.
Contract. Yeah, yeah.
I that happened to me. I went to a hotel. I went to the Grand actually, and the food was horrible. I went to the
Hmm.
Jamaican section, and the food was horrible. And I tell them that the food is horrible. I
Hmm.
see you talking about. I said when I was on the plane, full of tourists, and all they talking about, oh, they want to come and taste Jamaican food and stuff like. And I said, this is what you're giving them, says Jamaican food.
Yeah.
I tell them, I said they have Spanish chef cooking Jamaican
Yep.
food.
Yep.
Food.
It
Yeah.
was so, and I told them, and the manager came to me and said, "How could you say that? You're a Jamaican now." Because I said the food is horrible. Have you tried it? The
Hmm.
following day came to me and apologized. I said he never knew that the food was like that.
Hmm.
He came and apologized. The food was horrible. You want Jamaican food? Go out the street or get it.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
have
And
to
getting
go
and
it in a
and
outside of the
hotel.
resorts. Yeah, you have
the
to go
whole
outside
thing,
the resorts.
the whole thing is, you have certain people even over here that will go into a Jamaican shop, and it's not really, they use the name Jamaican, but it's not actually Jamaican. And they'll say, "Oh, yes, I went into a Jamaican shop and I tried a patty." And it's like, "Oh, okay. And what did you think of the patty?" "Oh, it's just like pastry. It's just like this and that and whatever." And it's like, "Okay, that's nice to hear." But I was like, "Did you taste the spices in it?" "Oh, there was no spice. There was no pepper." And it's like, then you never really tried a proper patty then, you know. And
Hmm.
when you turn around and they actually try the actual cultural food, they'll say, "Oh wow, yeah, I could taste the spice." And I've even seen them on YouTube where there's other creators or YouTubers that go to Jamaica. When they try the Jamaican food and the jerk chicken, they're like, "Ooh, yeah, I like the pepper." And I think he's from Thailand. I'm not sure. Mum always watches him. Hi, Shana. You're
Oh yeah,
calling out my name,
I know the
Buzz.
guy. I know the
Please, it's
guy we are
special.
talking about. I know the guy we are talking about. I know him.
And I love watching him. My
Hmm.
mum brought me onto him. Yes, and he loves
Hmm.
his food. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the
And
thing
eat the
is that's the
pepper
thing.
raw.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like you don't know unless until you know, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And even for me as a Jamaican, when we go, I had the same experience at Moon Palace. I stayed at Moon Palace,
Mm-hmm.
and them have a little thing, and them called the jerk hut, you know. So I
Mhm.
expect, say, boy, the food are gonna be, cause you know them have things for please the tourists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I say,
Okay.
all right, this not too bad. So I'm go and go to the jerk hut. And the jerk hut, the food was horrible. Them have bun
It's
up chicken.
horrible.
But them
They
say a
don't know what
jerk
they're
chicken. And
doing.
me I said, and you know be cook. And even my kids, that was my kids' first time in Jamaica. And them I
Mm.
expect say them I get the authentic food. And them look for me and say, this not taste like the food where you cook. You know?
See, Dave, that is what I'm talking about. Dave just said I had to learn the language, learn what is acceptable behavior and what is not. See,
That is
that's
it.
what I'm talking about.
That is it.
Exactly that. You know. Oh, Mama Charmaine's gone. I think she may come back. We
But
just
people
lost her for
don't
a moment.
realize that. It's like
You,
you
mhm.
can't go to a foreign
You watch
country
him too.
and
Hmm.
come with your attitude and say, boy, if you
Yeah.
cater to me, but that is just you have to adapt to your environment and say, look, why did you go to that country in the first place? Do you want to find out about them culture, them food? I would think that's the only reason why you want to travel to a foreign country is to
Have
learn about their culture.
culture.
So,
Exactly.
something you never see before, you know. So
Yeah.
how you expect say them will conform to you when you went there to find out what their, if it was food or them history or whatever you want to find out about them. To
Yeah.
me, that's the reason why you travel to learn about other
Mm-hmm.
other other cultures.
Of cultures. Yeah. Hi, Classic. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. You know, and look what Mama Charmaine said. The food is so watered down, it doesn't taste good at all.
Oh yeah,
You know, but then you find for instance, I can only talk for my own, so please, guys, don't feel offended if I'm just talking about Jamaicans. But I find that Jamaicans are everywhere in the world nowadays.
oh yeah.
Even they're everywhere. Like, imagine if they had to migrate and go back to Jamaica. What a land it will be. Will there even be places for them nowadays?
No sir, war.
Is and then at the same time, you know, you have um as well that the culture of Jamaica, people feel that Jamaican is just more black, where they don't believe that there's Chinese Jamaican and there's white Jamaican. You know,
And every
there's
other race
many different
Jamaican.
Jamaica, exactly. Yeah. Um Location is important when it comes to taste and food, says my cousin. Yes, my cousin Shannon. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Love you, cuz. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Well,
We don't
I
call
can
her Shana, so I don't know why she's putting her name Shana up there. We
look.
call her Pinky.
I can agree to disagree on that one because, like I said, if you're not gonna try the culture and the food,
Yeah.
then why go there? You know, I mean, I say we try
Okay.
everything because we know I know everything you want to eat, right? We're so accustomed to certain things. Like for example, when I went to the Bahamas the other day,
Oh wow.
and I had I
Hmm.
went and I had the conch salad, right? I didn't realize that conch salad was like raw conch. It wasn't cooked.
Cooked.
It
Yeah.
wasn't cooked. But they were
Like
like,
soup soup.
you can't come to Bahamas and don't try the conch salad, you know?
Hmm.
And you know, seafood is that thing where you can't really mess around with raw
Yes,
anyway,
you can.
you know?
Cuz the link is above if you want to join. You'll see the link above the conversation. You could just click on it. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is do your research
Hmm.
and know where you're gonna eat, and you can probably figure out where you want to eat and where you want to try before you even go to that country, you know.
Hmm.
And that's the reason why they offer the options from KFC to McDonald's.
KFC.
But to me not go when we go to Korea. Me know, funny story. The worst Chinese food me ever have was in Korea.
For real.
Believe it or not,
Wow.
you know.
Okay. See,
But
Dave just said, yeah, food was hard. I never ate rice. Now everything is with rice.
Everything.
Wow. Everything is with rice. Oh my
But
gosh.
you see them commercialize you until you say you can't eat certain. That's what I tell people all the while. I said, don't listen to what other people have to say. Try it for yourself. Because most
Mm-hmm.
Asian countries, them rice is the staple of them diet.
Mhm.
And you don't see a lot of fat Asian people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in America, until you say if you eat rice, you're fat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jamaican people love the rice, rice and peas. You know,
Guys.
we love the rice and
Hello.
we love the white rice.
Yeah.
How
Um
much
Hi, everyone.
how much fat
Hi,
Jamaican you
hi,
see when I
hi,
eat
hi,
foreign food?
Missy.
Hi, Auntie.
Are you cool?
I'm okay. Hi.
yeah. Well, Shana just said if you're in a tourist area, it's going to be diluted. But
Yes.
why? Cause why does it have to be diluted? If it's our cultural
I guess
food, why do we
it's a
need to?
culture shock thing. Even with the hotels, I mean, how you would naturally cook your food with the spice or the heat or certain flavors. I don't know if it's because it's going quick, people are coming out and their,
Mm-mm,
food is going quick, if that's the reason why, or
mm-mm.
if it's because it's a culture shock thing and maybe they're saying, okay, a tourist or a person from another country would not be able to um handle
Consume.
how we naturally eat the food.
No.
But all the
Mhm.
time that I hear of tourists, people that go to Jamaica for the first time, they always say street food is way better. They actually
Way
want
better.
it. They
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
want it. They don't want the Americanized or the Britishanized
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
version of the Jamaican food. They want it the
Mhm.
real authentic way. So that's why street food has always been what people try to go for when they go on the streets.
But Shauna,
But
that's marketing 101 because people are as a tourist, most tourists are in some sense are comfortable with what they're comfortable with, right? So these resorts, what they do, they provide the comfort that you know, right? Now,
right.
as what I said, most people decide to go to a foreign country because they want to try see the culture, try the food. They something with them sip on TV and say, you know what, would I really like to try that. But when on a commercialized level, that's what I say. Same thing, and not just Jamaica. Every
Mhm.
resort that you go to, you find that within the resort, they them kind of keep it simple. And it's a liability thing as well too, because they don't want to get you sick and then you sue them and next thing you know
Mm-hmm.
you own the hotel. So it's also a liability thing. So they offer foods that's within your comfort zone that they can make if you
Mm-hmm.
decide that
Make
you
it.
don't
Yeah.
like a certain thing.
And
You know?
sometimes cooking in bulk. When they're cooking in
Cooking
such in bulk,
They can't cook properly.
they really
Yeah.
And
can't
then
do it.
a lot of times too, you don't know any better. You think that what you're
you
getting
think
is
that's what you get is what is the authentic
what it
thing.
is,
Right.
right? It's just
Right.
like the other day for a quick short story time. I went to a new restaurant. I saw it on Instagram. Everybody at my job was talking about this new Jamaican spot. Oh my God, it's lit. Food is great.
Mhm.
I said, you guys don't know what Jamaican food tastes like. I'm gonna go there. So I went there. First of all, I waited 3 hours to get the food. And the
Mm.
food was
Free.
three
A
What?
typical a
hours.
typical Jamaican
That big,
restaurant that.
yeah, it's a typical Jamaican restaurant in Philly.
You got time to wait 3 hours.
I waited that 3 hours.
No.
My day off, I wanted to taste this food. Everybody was talking about this spot. So I waited 3 hours and I got the food. The food was mere salt and pepper. Literal salt and pepper. It had no thyme, no garlic, no flavors that I'm used to getting from Jamaica. The flavors were not there. It was just seasoning and pepper. And I said, these are the things that is
Wow.
making Jamaicans think, oh, you think you can cook? This is not Jamaican food. There was no rosemary in the rice and the Caesar rice that they was cooking. There's no garlic. It had literal salt and pepper. And I couldn't pass it.
Exactly, Craig. Exactly. I don't know what's wrong with my cuz she's a foodie too, but I would never wait three
So this is the
hours.
thing. I drove 45 minutes to go there. I got a ticket. Damn, I
Oh,
got a ticket. I need to pay the
that
ticket.
was that is you wait there. You drove
I,
45
I drove
minutes.
45 minutes in the rain.
Then
Apart,
you
I
got
got
a
a
ticket as
ticket.
well.
Yeah.
And then you waited no. You are
Yeah. The guy was
crazy.
like,
That
oh,
was
it's
the
a
most
3 hours
expensivest
wait.
travel.
They
That
entertained
place.
you in the meantime while you were waiting. Did
It
you
was
get
it
entertained?
was like a street that had a lot of restaurants and bars and stuff. So within that time I walked like 2 blocks and I saw different stuff. I had a drink here, I had a drink there. You know, I went inside a tattoo shop. I did a few little stuff. So it
What,
wasn't me
3 hours?
standing, and it wasn't a sit down restaurant, by the way. So it's not like you had a seat to sit. It was a walk in and order type of restaurant. But
And still
it just,
3 hours. You're good. I would have turned
yeah,
around from half an hour come. I would have turned around and gone and find something else to go and eat. Crazy. Hi, Ratty.
yeah.
Welcome. Blessings. I'm at work. Okay, no
What?
But
problem.
what they're
Exactly.
offering here in America, what they're offering in the hotels is really making people think that, oh, this is a specific way Jamaican food tastes. Sometimes it's not like that. And that's why I
Mhm.
always encourage people when you go to Jamaica, try to
So,
go
so
locally.
Outside.
can I ask you something, Shana? Which I'm not used to calling you Shana, but I'm gonna call you Pinky, yeah?
You can call me Pinky.
So
I'm not do got no
yes,
problem with that.
Pinky, what when you move, because guys, you may not know, but I'm gonna let you in on something. My cousin is Jamaican and she's now living in the USA. So being a Jamaican and moving to America, how did you find it?
Okay, well, when I came here, it was definitely a change of lifestyle. So when
Mm-hmm.
I could have gone to the front of my shop and play dominoes with the guys and see
The
one drunken
culture,
man around
yeah.
the corner and laugh and chat and like first of all the
Mm-hmm.
finances was a big culture shock for me because everything is hey
Mm-hmm.
Tashika,
Hey, Tash.
everything was you had to pay for everything. I'm so very used to having banana in my backyard and
Mhm.
everything is in the backyard and everything is organic. So
Is
first of all, when I saw the big old chicken leg, it looked
so if they was to turn around and tell you to pack up and leave, would you be happy living in Jamaica or would you prefer to stay in foreign?
It's a two-way thing.
sorry,
That
sorry.
question is a two-way thing. Foreign because you perhaps can earn the money more.
Yeah, but it goes through your pocket even quicker because then you have 15 extra bills that you're not used to in Jamaica. So that was a big culture shock for me, like having to be on the run on my tippy toes constantly to make sure that I was ahead of my game. That was rough. But
And
then
that's what I
I
wanted to
like the
talk
fact that
about.
I love the fact that I was able to get a car with little to no hard crazy effort. In Jamaica.
Hmm. It's not as easy.
No, it's not as easy to get those things in Jamaica.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter how hard you
Sorry,
work, sometimes
my job
you're
keeps
ending up
calling
will
me.
never. No,
No
it's not as
problem.
easy to
So
get
that part of knowing that
you there.
like I can own a
No matter
vehicle, I
how
can,
hard you work,
use
sometimes you
air
Hi,
conditioning in
Herbs.
my house. Something a little small
Blessings.
stuff.
Thank you for coming.
We don't really have access to so easily in Jamaica was good. But them
Hmm.
scam me in a foreign, them scam me. Because them tell me I come to
Someone has
make me not
their
come to know
volume on
better.
a little bit loud. Sorry, can hardly hear you speaking.
Television playing loud, someone playing
Someone's
loud.
playing their TV loud. I think it's Mama Shah. Blessings, Misha. Thank you for
Well, all them
coming.
was echo busy or something.
Appreciate. Hi, Papa Dennis.
How are you? All right.
I'm
Somebody's
fine, thank
You
you.
good?
Yeah, I think your TV's a little bit loud.
What's
who's
that?
Your
Your
TV and
TV is a little bit loud.
How are you?
It's echoing.
Wonderful, wonderful. My TV.
Yeah, you have to turn it down.
Can you still hear it? Because it's off now.
yes.
yeah, it's
Yeah, can hear
better.
you. Yes, way better. Yes.
So the
Blessings,
So,
Father
whole
Dennis.
Can you hear
So,
it? Yeah,
Papa
man. One love.
Dennis, how do
Eh?
you find being a Jamaican living in a foreign country?
Okay. I find it interesting, to be honest.
For
When I
real?
first
Nice concept. Interesting.
when I first got here,
Mm-hmm.
it was an eye opener. I arrived in New York, and I was fascinated with all these, you know, these different buildings that we're not used to in Jamaica. Everything was built up, such the like, and friends I didn't have, but I did
Mm-hmm.
miss my lifestyle because
Mhm.
I could come out, and I came here when I was
Mm-hmm.
19 years old, and I could come out and hang out with my friends. Somebody mentioned playing dominoes and such like. Coming here, I had to give up all that because that wasn't available to me.
Mhm.
But of course, I was 19 then, and I came here to make a future of myself. And I had some goals in mind, but I was also naive in that I didn't know how to go about accomplishing these things. But
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay,
Okay,
I
no
prob-
problem, Misha.
I'm going to join the military, and then maybe that would take me there. Well,
Mm-hmm.
joining the military, of course, there was limited Jamaicans, and so I had to adapt real quickly. My accent was very strong, and I oftentimes, if you may say, I was looked at as an outsider. But I work along with the game. You know, well, I was fortunate whereby I got an assignment to Hawaii for a very first assignment. It was very nice. I mean, a lot of tourists are there. There are people that save for the whole lifetime to go to Hawaii, and I get to go there for free. I had my car. I couldn't afford a car in Jamaica. So, of course,
Right. That's what I was saying. Like, that part was nice.
yes,
Getting a nice car.
I was on top of the world. But me and my naive self, I wanted to fly airplanes. And I was a mechanic. So there was no comparison there. But meanwhile, I was still enjoying life, things that I couldn't enjoy when I was in Jamaica. I
Mhm.
was very, very, if you may say, enthusiastic about absorbing the American lifestyle per se. But I have to
Yeah.
admit, I did miss Jamaica because, the things I was used to. The food was
Mm-hmm.
no longer there. The music, regular thing, it wasn't there. I have to come here now and listen to American music. And I got with the program. Well, it so happened that I got an assignment to the UK after that. Yes, man. I was
Mm-hmm.
still with Americans, but I was with the Brits, and I was with my fellow Jamaicans. So I didn't miss Jamaica at all during that time period. Of course, it was only for 2 years, like 2.5 years. Had to come back. I'm back here again. I had to recondition my mind, though. I said, there's still things I want to, you know, accomplish. And, when I was in Jamaica, I couldn't accomplish this. The opportunities were here. That I did
Mm-hmm.
realize. And you had to take advantage of it. So, I still stuck around in the military so I can, keep on working on my goals and such like. But make a long story short, right now living here, you asked the question, if Trump should say, I think he said if the government should say, hey, you got to go back to Jamaica, would I be willing to pack up and go?
Yeah.
I'm not
Hey,
willing.
I tell you,
Leaving his granddaughter.
well, my granddaughter, I'm not leaving her, but I've
Yeah, but what
gone.
if they said you can carry your family with you if you wanted to move back over? Would you?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not. I have been thinking about it,
Thank
Richie.
you.
I have been thinking about it,
Brother
but
Dennis,
eh,
can I answer that question there for you?
go on. No?
So what people fail to realize, and a lot of times people say, oh, you say you want to come back to Jamaica, but you don't really mean it. trust me, every Jamaican up here would rather be living in Jamaica right now. The thing is, when you have lived in a
But
foreign
I
country
feel
for
like
over,
you
well,
say that, but I
no,
feel
no,
like Jamaicans don't understand.
no. That's what I'm gonna explain. What I'm gonna
Oh,
explain to
okay.
you is that when you have built a life in another country, you know, it's very hard to just pack up everything and just say, "Me I go back to Jamaica" with
Yes,
no way of living a life, right? So unless you were building a life, and even when you have built a life in Jamaica, otherwise, and in that the military is very, may I speak for the military folks, it's very hard to have, say you can't do it, but it's very hard to have a separate life from where you built over here. And if you build a life here, to just pack up and leave and say, yo, man, I just move my entire family and go back. You haven't been in Jamaica for 30 plus years. You don't
Hi,
know
the
what
bud
Jamaica is.
files.
The people, me grew up a Waterhouse, right? A born and raised a Waterhouse.
mm,
Penwood Road.
I don't know anybody in Waterhouse anymore, right? So
Hmm.
me couldn't move back, go back to Waterhouse. Second half of my life before I left Jamaica, I live at Spanish Town. That
Hmm.
was that was me leave Spanish Town at 95. I don't know anybody
Hmm.
in Spanish Town anymore. So it's not as easy what people think for just say pack up and move, go back to Jamaica. And it's not like, to me, every time I go to Jamaica, Jamaica the same vibes to me. Jamaica nice. I love the
yes.
vibe. Every Jamaica nice. And that's me not discount what people not understand say. Me can
The
adapt.
thing
If me go
about
back,
it,
if
you
me
see,
move back to Jamaica, me can live at Jamaica. The thing is,
the thing
yeah,
is
give up your
adjusting.
entire, yeah, give up your
The
entire
thing is
life and build
adjusting.
somewhere else to go back to something that you're no
Yeah.
longer familiar with, you know?
You see, it's like I said, yes, you brought out some good points. When it's been 18 years now since I left the military, okay, and it's been 40 plus years since I've been here. It's
Wow.
hard to just give up this way of life. When I left Jamaica when I was 19, so I only spent 19 years.
Hmm.
I love Jamaica when I left it, but I'll be honest with you, I love this country, with the exception of what's going on now
No,
with
yes.
the new regime, and that's one of the reasons I've been thinking, because I'm looking at vacating work business in 2 years, okay, and I hadn't planned on stop working because I love what I do, but I can't. I don't think I could go to Jamaica and function the well like I function here now.
It
You
would
know.
Yeah.
cost you
And
way too much
I don't think Jamaicans would have welcomed you as how you might think.
with the
When
mindset.
you go Jamaica as a tourist,
Mhm.
they treat you real, real good. When you go there to live, it's a different thing.
Different thing, yes.
Yeah,
That
total different. And
that is a fact.
I
Yeah.
spend more of my life in this country than I spend in Jamaica. And it would be hard to adapt back to
Hmm.
Jamaica,
Yep.
considering what I'm used to
It's a
here.
beautiful place to visit, Auntie. And I've
Love
Yeah,
it.
only been in America for 2 years. So it's not like I've left that long. And I still feel like I wouldn't want to readjust myself back to Jamaica only because, like, my mind has my borders have been widened. And so now I feel like okay, now, oh, I can actually be a doctor for real.
mhm.
I don't have to do 10 CXC subject and some CSEC and then do this and then do that. I can actually go to school and be a doctor.
So
You
guys,
see, that's the
cause all
thing.
of you are Jamaican here. I'm the only foreigner on here right now.
You're
Yeah.
Jamaican. You're
Yeah,
I,
Jamaican. Let's be
Jamaica.
honest.
I'm gonna ask you because you're trying to tell me you lot guys don't miss the water, the sun,
We
the
do miss the water,
fruits.
but
We
it's
do
also
miss
in
it.
Miami.
Of
We
course.
Hold
do.
on. I've like at Tampa, me living.
So him not that far. Him
Okay.
not that far. Him not that
Me,
far.
Mm-hmm.
We
and
miss
listen.
the food, especially the food for me. I feel like the food over here is so like is
Mm-hmm.
so
Enhance.
processed.
Let me tell you
It's
something.
Processed.
enhanced.
Everything is processed. Everything is a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, a lot of processed, pre-made.
Let me
And
tell you something.
I really miss just picking a guava off the tree and eating it,
You
or
know
an
what miss about
apple.
Jamaica?
Exactly. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
You
But
know
do
what
I
miss
want
about
to move
Jamaica?
back to Jamaica for it? Nah,
Are
I
the
can probably ask
vibes.
somebody to take it up here.
Are the
Hey, hold
vibes.
on.
What people are
You like the
understand. What me miss
vibes.
about Jamaica? Jamaica having traveled so many different countries.
Yes,
Jamaica, me can tell you about different
different.
vibes than any
Little
other
Different.
country in the
Winston,
world.
Jamaica is not a real place, you know. First of
Of
all,
course, Jamaica
we
is not
need
a
to
real place, and that is
Is
a
it?
fact.
Jamaica is not a real
Okay,
place.
I think, let me
Dave
correct you. I'm going to
Dave
correct you. Hold
said,
on. Hold on.
true, it's
Hold on.
hard to go back. So as an Australian, he wouldn't go back because he's living in Malaysia right now. So, you know, he said he wouldn't go back. It's hard to go back.
It's just
He was still staying.
having things
Yeah.
accessible as well, having
Listen,
things at your fingertip. No, now you're going to go back to a country that maybe you'll have to drive an hour to get something done. You have to pay one man to get to a link for going
I,
through this. So, like
I
them
got
little
the,
some of them, I can't bother with anymore. Me
listen,
just want to go in at the place
And
Lem-
just get the
after the
The,
thing done.
while.
Opportunity,
the
CMC.
running,
opportunity.
Tweety,
That's
Yeah.
it.
Tweety, do you
the
know,
Yeah.
do you
running.
see what I was just talking about? Do you see how Charlemagne just went from the American twang to the Jamaican
But
dialect?
Yeah, me
I
I
know,
really.
but that's the
I
thing, you
know you
know.
don't, man.
I
We're
am
Mm.
passionate about the
I
country,
am
man.
the
That is
newest
the thing.
member of
That is the thing
America
people
here, you know.
misunderstand about we. People misunderstand, say, just because we live in a foreign country and we're not there, Jamaica, that means that we don't love Jamaica and we don't miss
Love
Jamaica.
Jamaica to the bone.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
But
it's
See,
just the opportunities where you have for be
Yeah,
successful, as well
that is it.
what she has said about
Opportunities. Yeah,
if you want to
yeah.
become
opportunities,
a
lack of
doctor, you can't just
You
get the
opportunities.
literally can
courses.
go and be a doctor.
You
You
can't
can
do
go
that at
to school
Jamaica.
tomorrow morning and them a take you in.
Yeah.
And
And if
Listen,
you
in
you can
decide
be
say you
a
want to be a
doctor.
pilot, you can go be a pilot.
I know.
yes,
You
See,
Okay.
don't get those opportunities in Jamaica as you do
So
here.
when I came
yeah.
here 2 years ago, I
Mhm.
thought because I used to travel, I go into England, I would come to America all the time. I thought, okay, I have a big brain and I have a wide, my borders are already wide, and so when I come, I will know exactly how to adjust myself. And when I came here and I was like, they kept everybody kept asking me, what do you want to do? And I was stuck. I was absolutely stuck because in my mind, when you're there Jamaica,
You're
you
not
think
used
say
to
you know
that.
everything.
You're not
And,
used to
and then
that.
when you get
Mm.
here and there's an actual opportunity for you to become anything, me start to say, but
what is,
me can't be nurse.
Yes.
Nurse?
Yes. And I want to tell
Mhm.
you something.
Me mind, that is when I
One
realized
moment.
how small my brain was.
I want to tell you
it's
Yeah.
something.
not
And
it's not small your brain,
brother
small is a
Dennis can
thinking.
Me
brother
thinking
Dennis can probably
small.
attest to this. Brother Dennis can probably attest this. Some of the
Yeah.
most
One moment,
successful
Twinny.
people, some of the most successful people in the military are Jamaicans. Believe that.
that is
Because
Yeah,
it.
of
that's true.
because of a work
Uh,
ethic.
The
Yes.
first
one
job I
moment.
got,
Craig Jones
guys,
just said,
me
one
grabbed the
moment.
job. It was a
One
job
moment.
that nobody else wanted, and I grabbed the job because me, I said to me, I was thinking so small, like me can't go do anything when me want to do. So I was thinking so small. It's when I started to live here and I realized, okay, you can own a car, you can own a nice house, you can actually gain these things. You
If
can
you
have
want
much
it.
credit card, you can go shopping and actually buy stuff and you're not stress out about it. So that's when I started to think, okay, I'm going back to school. Okay, I'm not staying on this level, I'm going back to school again. And
Yeah.
that's how my mind started to get
One,
to
one
think
moment.
big.
One
One
moment,
of
Sean.
the yeah.
Okay.
One of the subscriber supporters have said something for Papa Dennis. Running from America to go back to Jamaica because of the present environment we are in will probably be worse there, said Craig to Papa Dennis. And then
If,
Dave says, yeah,
go ahead.
go on, Papa Dennis.
No, I said that
Dave.
I'm not running from America. Like I said, I've been here 40 years. And uh,
Can you
Winston
stop this?
knows what I'm talking about. I've been working with the government for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I still work for the government.
Yep.
So I know a lot of the ins and outs, what's going on. And a lot of it is affecting me right now. And I have
Oh,
to
wow.
learn to improvise. And the only protection that I have right now, in contrast to what's going on, for example, is the agency I'm working with, we are exempt from, for the moment, from being fired
Yep.
because they can't stand to have it takes a lot of knowledge, experience to be doing this job. And should they make a mistake and start firing people, they're going to be firing a lot of knowledgeable people that they cannot really make up for, and it has some backlash, major backlash. Okay, that's the
Mhm.
only right. But from what we're used to, from what America used to be, the opportunities are there, but it's not so much there. Okay, I went to the airport, and if you can imagine this, other than reading it, I saw it. These people that they deported, okay, I don't know, they're not big uh, commit people who committed crimes. Okay, the fact that they're just here illegally. I'm telling you, if you see those chains on the ramp, right? I saw them of the people them on the plane, hands and foot, like
Mm-hmm.
not prisoner, like what you call it? Thing them on. The time they were in slavery time.
Yeah.
You understand? And when you look at the fact that even Americans here are not immune to that,
Mm-hmm.
because the other day they came up with some kind of thing to amend this deportation thing, saying you cannot send Americans back. I mean, you cannot deport Americans, and they voted against it. So that means the statement that was made by the current administration is, hey, and I partially agree. If them are kill people and them are notorious people, then they don't belong here. Yes, but the fact remains, them are Americans. And you understand what I'm saying? So when you look at that and saying, okay, you can step out of your door right now, and you're not immune to being picked up by the agency, and guess what? They're not treating you with any nice treatment.
Any different than anybody else. Yeah.
So it's not running away. But how long is this gonna go on for? And put yourself in the situation. For what
So,
I'm just giving you my feeling about why I
so what
said
if you can bring the currency that you have now over to your motherland
well.
and make changes? Would you migrate
Repeat that
back
question,
home?
please. Repeat
If
that.
you was to carry your currency
Yeah,
over to Jamaica,
yeah.
would you migrate or would you still want to make more other changes?
I can take my currency to Jamaica. There's not no restriction to me taking it there. The problem is this right now is I don't know if you're aware, there's a major devaluation in the currency. So I don't know if the value is still the same in Jamaica or not. But
Yeah.
listen, last year I spent
It's
11 days there.
154 right now.
You see? You see it,
I'm
And it was the
staying.
other day 150, just over 150, 151. But the point is this. Uh, I
Okay,
was there.
Heads.
I
Take
was there.
care.
I was there for 11 days, and money spent fast at Jamaica. You hear me?
Look here, and it's not
You
even
can
that also,
you want to live
Papa
certain.
Stone.
What that?
It's also the fact that you become a target.
Yes.
You
Yes.
become a target. Like when I know them people here, them can smell foreign from you. All when you have fling the Jamaican accent or something, there is something about somebody will come off a plane with them people. It's like them
Hi,
have a
brothers.
Okay.
detection for it. So you become easy target for them, and with the way how these criminals are so rampant, they
Yeah.
won't think twice about killing, and it's not like they're just robbing you like one time, they're killing you also.
Okay.
Right.
Here,
It's
here,
just it's just too much out there. When it comes to the crime rate, it's just too much.
here
You
in
Yeah,
Florida.
know,
but Shana, you say that, but I feel like the crime rate is everywhere in the world right
it
now.
is, it
Even down
is,
to even just
but
social
you don't
media.
have to do anything to be targeted in Jamaica. As she said, they can smell the British breeze on you, and then you become a target. Okay, all right. She come down from foreign. She there are people them place. You come back, you retire. Look at that lady. Came on the news. She's a retired RN. She came home to live her retirement life in Jamaica. She had a house down there. She had a nice BMW that she worked hard and bought. And she pulled $1 million and went to the hardware. She was in St. Anne. She pulled and she went to the hardware and bought some material to fix up our house whenever finished fix up. And the guys from the hardware came and they dropped off the first set of stuff. And the second guys that came to drop off, she called her daughter and she told her daughter she doesn't feel comfortable because one of the guys off the hardware truck was looking in her house and he kept on scooping out her place. And the next day she was found dead by her maid, stab up her car,
Wow.
gone dead. Because and this lady literally just come home a week from America after how many years of working as a nurse. So these
Quite
Mm-hmm.
are
a
the
few
things
from
I'm saying. She was in America, and I'm sure she never put her hand in a nothing dirty, and so she was fine.
No,
But
But
because
then
see,
she
as
worked
soon as she
hard. She
reached
worked
home,
hard.
she was
quite a few
targeted.
from England. Quite a few returnees from England get killed in Jamaica as well.
so this is
Yeah.
the thing. If me can make a
Wow.
statement, this is the
Yeah,
thing a
man.
lot of people don't understand about Jamaica. Me know, as long as me don't live in Jamaica, me working in Jamaica, even when me live in the States. And the people, if you don't keep up with Jamaican culture, you don't really understand what really are going on in Jamaica. But that is an important point where you say. That's the reason why a lot of people don't move back to Jamaica. Is for that's the exact reason. Jamaicans are very territorial. And if
Yes.
you,
Mm-hmm.
for example, say, all right, me I live in the States, me I work for 30 years, me I buy a piece of property in a mobile, right? On the
Mm-hmm.
beach. And I got build a property out there and people look upon you and say, oh, who is this person? Me don't know that person. Yeah. Oh, a big money person and them and you only at work your daily job and you build your life here, but you want to say you want to retire back in
Return
your
home.
own country, right?
Right.
And you,
Mm-hmm.
I mean the dollar is different here. If you spend $100 here, the currency is different in Jamaica, as we know. So for she go draw out $1 million, it's probably what? I mean, I don't know what the exchange is right now. So just use the $1,000 as an example. For me up here, if me want to buy a lawnmower, right? Me can draw a $2,000 out of a bank account and go buy a lawnmower. And it does seems as anything here. But you draw $2,000 in Jamaica, which is what you say it's 2 million Jamaican dollar. It looks completely different to them because they might look upon you
Mm-hmm.
and say, oh, you have money.
Aye.
Is what I say. So we think
Exactly.
we always think on the exchange rate. A lot of times we kind of fall into that trap sometimes because sometimes I
Me
go to
too.
Jamaica and me
Me
so
too.
used to spending US money. Me
Yeah.
have to kind of reel myself back in and make sure so me take out Jamaican dollars and only spend Jamaican dollars when me there Jamaica
We
and
walk with a
not spending
calculator.
US dollars. You know?
We walk
And
with
that,
calculator.
eh?
We walk with calculator.
No,
I went down
but
there last summer and the new money mashed me up. Me give her the $2,000, them think $1,000. I was so mad. Hey, I was
You-
so
you-
angry. I said the money mashed me up. I said, me said the whole of me 2,000 of them. God down the drain.
See?
Me said the woman like the woman said $1,000 for the vegetable. Then me give the woman the $2,000 note.
but
The woman
Shauna,
not give me no change.
Shauna,
And when me
remember,
I go, me
and
I
she
say we
probably
not
want more.
2,000 of
And
that.
she probably want more
Yes.
because it's the
Jesus.
mentality. Me go to Jamaica, me I tell you, say, my brethren,
They're
me
always
want to my
hustling.
brethren. Somebody drop me off at the airport and the man want to take off my shoes. If I never feel me strength, would I walk on the plane barefoot? Because the man say, yo, them shoes, they're nice, you left them with me, no? And me I say, yo,
Yeah.
and what kind of, you saw me, I said, but they have this mentality until they come to America and see that it is not easy. Because people feel like, so people still have this mentality to say it's easy way up here,
Oh my
and
God.
then they realize how hard you work for what you have. And you
But
Yeah.
can sense certain things
as
go to
you're saying
Jamaica.
that, we went to Gambia. Me and my mum and the family went to Gambia last year, and I feel like Gambia was so much hard. They're more beggy down there. Sorry to
Hmm?
say it in that way,
Yeah, me I
but
know about that.
the children
If you go to Jamaica, you will change your
ask my
speech.
mum. No, the children come out in force. It's about 20 of them all surrounded with you, wanting money from you. They as
What?
soon as you
They,
don't,
they
it's like they
didn't
just
they
But
they
didn't even allow you to come
that is
out
a
of the
different that
airport.
is a different thing because those kids probably actually need it. in a Jamaica,
And
them
they
probably
probably
not
hustling too.
yeah,
They probably
in a
hustling. They
Jamaica,
probably that's their job. They go
in
there
a
and they
Jam-
just beg.
exactly. In a Jamaica, them probably actually need it. Me go to Jamaica, the first thing me ever me have to wonder if
Blessings,
I want
Glory.
alternate world me na cause me say man a come up to me in a bar and ask me if buy them a
Blessings,
drink.
Mama Julie.
I mean I know them. I mean I say when Jamaica
I
turn it that
think
way man.
Jamaicans are a bit entitled when it comes to begging. Like they don't beg in the sense of they're in need. Some of them
No,
come at
they
the bar to come buy them drink and
because
then
it's
they see you,
available.
then put
Yes.
their money back in their pocket and then start
And
beg
then
you.
yes,
Yes.
Listen to
yes,
me.
Them
yes.
entitled.
I gotta make this
'Cause-
statement. I gotta make this statement, and please don't use it against me. Them two beggy man, them a
A
masters.
serious thing, man.
When you come in, even though they have money in their pocket,
Then we
they,
take everything from you.
yeah.
and
Everything.
guess what? At least if them find out, say boy, you just a come from friend. He
Hi, Mama
find out
And
Julie.
say
they will drink
Hi,
rum every day,
Glory.
you know. And as
listen,
soon as they see it, then they drink rum again, then drink
them
Hennessy,
want
then drink
specialize,
Yeah, I
Guinness.
be a top. I
them
be a,
want
listen,
specialized
Pinky.
liquor.
Get
I
up.
be a chubby and buster. And I
Eh?
be a top shelf liquor.
Who
They
got
want all
one?
of a sudden. Then I
Oh,
remember about
listen, man.
bigger
Remember
no
Mad.
more.
What's
Mad.
that?
Mad
If
is
you
our
tell them say,
neighbor in Jamaica. May her soul rest in peace. But if Mad coming up to my shop and she see like one real foreigner there at my shop front, Mad nah no money,
She
Mad sick,
No,
Mad
everybody
thirsty,
broke.
she done
Mad
it to
hungry.
me.
not only
Yes.
that,
Everybody
no.
May
broke.
she rest in peace, but she done it to me.
Mad
I
no
got
no
caught out
mad I
so
slick
much.
it when it come to hustling, man. And
And
by
they
the
must
She,
whole, yeah, go sorry for her.
and they must
I
spread the
felt
word, you know.
so sorry for her.
They must
Mm-hmm.
spread the
She
word, make
kept
no say
whispering
foreign
in
up
my
there now.
ears.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yes,
How are
man,
you,
they
man?
spread the
I
word,
felt
man.
sorry
That
for
is
her.
why when I go down to Jamaica, I buy around and I leave.
No,
Me
some
name
of
I
of
them
that.
can do
don't
that.
stay
Me name of the
because
wrong.
by
Listen,
the time
Me
you hear
know
say
that.
Me name
foreigner
of
listen,
that.
there, me go.
Pinky.
If look,
Me
if
name
you
of the
don't go
wrong.
here now, get nothing.
No, sir.
Me know that.
Listen,
But hear me.
listen. Me never used to broke people bad anyways. Cause remember that I was in Kingston most of the time. So when
Yeah.
me actually come a country and me a walk a come round, you hear them boy up a bar. Oh, foreigner buy around no. Buy.
Let me tell you
I
how I
was
know
like,
these people are
I
entitled.
was
I
like,
stopped at a bar out at the front. We come from St. Mary, so out at the front there, on the main road, I was passing by and the guys them call me and I go over there. They ask for a drink. I buy
Mm.
everybody a drink and I see this one guy, him not offer, him not take any drink. So I said, "Do you want some to drink?" He said no. I said, "Okay, no problem," and I kept it pushing. I went across the road and my cousin came across the road because she was working in the bar. And
Hi,
she said to me,
Reba.
say, in India chat you. Me say, what you mean India chat me? In India say, boy, for you give 120 US, you go offer him rum like you want to kill him with rum. Me say, what? Me say, what you say? So I go in there and I say, what you in here chat me say?
Thank you,
He say, nah,
Reba.
tell me
But see,
nothing.
that's the thing you have to deal with, and that is the problem
He
because
said, man, you
it
send
don't.
me somewhere where me did not come America. With
But
me
it no
two
matter
pee
what you
them.
do, it no matter what you do, you can't please everybody, and somebody I go bad
Me say
mind you
you
for
ask them if they
whatever
want
reason.
something. Don't feel like them. I tell you, say they want one little slippers. They want clocks.
Yeah, man, them
They
want the
want
thing.
clocks. They want Jordans. They want the dearest stuff.
Yes,
And these are the people that will not pass a mango tree and pick two mango and bring for you whilst they're coming to beg.
that is it. Them never even think about gear nothing, you know, but they
Nothing.
want for that.
Yes. Are you
Just
alone? I
said,
foreign you come from, so are you alone forgive? Are you alone have it?
Craig just said, one year I went to Jamaica with 2 suitcases and a backpack and came back with only the backpack. From
I
them I
figured as
begged
You
much.
lucky. You
everything
lucky.
I took with me.
You lucky.
He lucky he got
You
back
lucky
his
saying get the
backpack.
You're
backpack.
lucky, eh?
You
You're
know?
lucky you come one in
For
a boxers.
real.
Hey,
Exactly.
one girl who want to take
Mama
some in
Julie
with her
just
vibe,
said
you know.
it's hard for foreigners to escape that.
Special, special.
Yes.
Somebody want to take off Shami and we got fired, you know.
I seriously,
For
yo, Brian
real.
You
Ellis,
think they
and
must think
that me
teeth?
I talk about Then we take
Listen,
off your me say if you strip naked at the airport and take all your clothes and a care or you go back on the plane.
yeah,
Believe me.
Wow.
but something else I want to mention. Living here for all practical purposes. I have peace of mind. I can
Yeah.
go and come as I please.
Yep.
I can go to the store and buy anything we want, and me not have no stress. You say, well, if you have your money guy Jamaica, you probably will be able to do the same thing. But man, want come rob you. Here's,
Mm-hmm.
here's the deal now. Hold off. You know, we spend time in the military, right? I mean, live a flat. So almost 100% of ex-military people have them tool, no matter what
Right.
state them in. Now down in Florida, yeah. Guess what? All gun legal for 20-year-old. I think at 18, they must 18.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody can just go in with a driver's license. And as long as you don't have no kind of thing infraction, you can buy a gun. But you still can walk around in peace and know that man no want to deal with you in any way kind of way. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because if that's it's just like the okay car also, you know, but peaceful. No one's hey, you draw a gun pan man, I draw a gun back on you. If me
Just
move go
like
back at Jamaica,
Texas.
yeah, you know, so me got Jamaica now right now. Me can't own a tool over there. A
No.
politics. I'm a returning resident, me have to walk with my tool. You understand? Me can't get one of them there. So how me I got Jamaica go live? When a man draw a card
Mm-hmm.
from me can't lick off him head. And the other thing is, I don't wanna
It takes too much under the table deals
die.
to get your way,
You have to
you
grease
know, to
palm.
get things done. Your
That's what me
oh,
Grease
she's
want
a
you
palm.
wanna
foreigner.
change
Let's
about
try to
Jamaica.
hustle her.
That
You
You
is
have
what
to
me
want
grease
your
want you
palm.
car,
wanna
you
change
want
about
to
Jamaica.
You have to
That
you
grease
know,
is
palm
what
yourself.
you
even
wanna
with
change about Jamaica.
merely just driving, you drive a little over the speed, you have to go. Them give me one
Well, yeah,
$12,000 ticket when me go what year. Me dash away because me need to pay none.
yeah, man.
No
Well,
problem
because
me.
the first thing when I ask you, so what you can do for help yourself.
Yes,
Yeah, you have to pay them. Me say give me a ticket because me not pay you anyways.
that is it.
So
You know, a rat fort me go up, you know. And me no want deal with no more badness. A peaceful. Listen, me a old boy now. You understand?
Mm.
I want to step out in peace. When me I go back to
the
Jamaica,
only way
fight
you
war.
you will be able to go back to Jamaica and be at peace and live the lifestyle that you can live
No, Mama
here
Shaw.
is to go is into a really upscale community, gated security, and even
But
with
and even
those
then, you know,
Yeah.
safe.
But you have to
even,
Because
and
trust.
that's what I was
you have to
about to
trust the
say, even
security
with
and the
those
secure.
communities, the
Yeah, and the
security
security
set
we
up
say you have
gunman
to.
to come in,
Yeah,
But
man.
you have to come
Security.
out.
You
You
have
have
to
to come
come out
out.
and
like
you still have
right.
to come out for real.
Yeah.
Right.
So me I say
Listen,
if unless the man them know say boy this man you no skin teeth, you know. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If me
But
first me
but
first thing before me decide to go back to Jamaica, me have to secure a tool. Cause me want to know so when a
Yeah,
man
man.
rush me, boy me
Yeah,
have to
man.
dust
But
it.
but even with all of those things that is bad about that darn place,
Yeah.
there is something about it where no matter where else I go, I
Mm.
just can't feel good when I don't go down there. It's
But
like down
Jamaica
there is
nice.
just
That's the problem.
it
Me tell
just
people
don't they
listen,
why I
just
say
we
Jamaica
just know say yeah,
nice.
this when I know if I this sunburn, I don't if
No, man.
it's the
Jamaica have a
warm
listen,
vibes
vibes. I
when no
don't know
we
if
not
this is
have.
I don't know
no,
what it is about
listen,
that place. But
listen,
for me,
it's a
see Granny P half
crown
drunk out the
gem.
road, man, I sweetest thing to me.
Me say
It's a
No,
For me,
Jamaica
crown
go one
nice.
gem.
dead yard
you
and
know
them
so
a beat the drum and me I eat one fish and bread, I sweetest thing to me.
you know
Where
so
you
when me go to
find
Jamaica is a
Jamaica.
crown jewel within the Caribbean. You know, Jamaica is a
blessed
Hello,
crown
village?
jewel.
Manix.
Yes,
Blessings.
Jamaica.
As the name suggests, Jah. You see, Father God named
Jamaica.
the in front end, and
Jamaica.
Jamaica. So,
Yeah.
Jamaica
as
Jamaica
we
is
say,
not
it's
normal.
it's when
Jamaica
Father
is
God want a little
extraordinary.
laugh, him just turn on the channel pan Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
You hear me say?
So,
Man, it's
Granny
bless up
guys,
P,
yourself, brother.
Granny P alone, man. I have a half drunk PMP man in my community, you know. Him not talk to me when I politics guy say me a labor right, so he not talk to me. But he as
hello,
when
Manix.
he still a come back me rum still in about
What you mean?
me and he
Beg
no
your
deal.
backside rum, yes?
Yeah, be a beg your rum, but not chat to me cause
We'll
you
chat
labor
to me
right.
after that. Yeah, just
Him
we
no
just
mean
want the
nothing.
rum. That
He
is
no
it.
mean nothing.
Yes, man. Me say I labor right round
When I
yard
go down
grocery
there,
shop. You know, give me the
when
rum, no
anybody
man.
go down there, when I go down there and anybody beg me a drink, I tell them say I don't drink. So how am I gonna buy a drink when
Somebody
I
a
don't
drink.
drink?
Mm-hmm.
I use
I
my
love
money
Granny
spend
P
no
so
drink and
still.
no cigarette.
Then different,
They
you
No
know.
know
man,
better.
Jamaica still
Okay,
nice, man.
so
Jamaica
Yes.
still nice.
being from
Winston.
Jamaica, I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you guys, being from Jamaica, driving in foreign, yeah, and traveling and going all around. When you go back to Jamaica, do you find any little bad habits or traits that you even
I
pick up
drive out
from
there
being
quite good.
behind the wheel?
I drive out
Well,
there quite good.
How
and
Because
do
I'm
you
the
is it
problem.
find it, Mum?
we drive on the same side of the road here as in
I
Yeah.
don't have any
Jamaica.
problem with the driving. I mean, we
I
drive
don't
on
have
Lis-
no
different
problem.
sides, but
Listen.
I don't have any problem with the driving. Certain places, the road is more narrower and you have more potholes and there's no light on the road, so you have to be opening your eyes more because the roads are not lit up and all that stuff. But still don't have a problem. I'm still
One thing with
a
over
driver
here
from
though, the roads
naturally a
and
driver.
with Jamaica and the roads though, you have two, three-way. It's not the road up here one way situation. There. That was a
Mm,
culture shock to me. I thought that the
was
road would
it?
be yeah,
Okay.
Look, let me tell
because
you
Look,
I mean
something.
like you can have two, three cars driving alongside each other in Jamaica. Like
Let me tell you
up
something.
here
We
is
have it
is
here.
is
It
is
depends on where you go.
yeah, like
Mm,
I have
listen man,
I
it's a
have driven
trauma to me sometime I drive on the road to see how close like yeah.
I have driven all over the world. And me know say Papa Dennis can say this because we live in Germany and Germany is probably one of the best places never drive in the world.
I tell you,
But you see
mm-hmm.
Jamaica,
There's no speed
them
limit in
feel
Germany.
no, them not speed limit in Jamaica, but Jamaica them fearless and them reckless. And that is the
Yeah.
Yes.
only thing we fear in a Jamaica because
Look
that's
here,
the reason why I'm in a
Yeah.
driver Jamaica now. When we go back up, me get a driver to drive for me because
Papa
here the
Papa
man them say
Winstone.
them come in a field lane and them dare you.
Look here, Papa
To go.
Winston. Then tell us if you drive at Jamaica, you can drive anywhere in the world.
Of
You know,
course,
Jamaica,
then a Jamaica, me know,
Jamaica is
Me a
a
gangster
Jamaican
driver at
driver's
Jamaica
license me have
still.
enough, so me know if you drive a Jamaica, but the way them drive now, them drive even more reckless than them used to drive, and that is
mm,
the
mm,
Because
mm.
problem.
because what is happening is a lot of younger guys are in scamming and they're getting cars easily and they're buying their license and
That is
so
it. The
they
buying
don't
of the
have the
license.
The
experience
They
to
don't
tax,
take the
know the
me
time
say
road
and
I take a
code.
they
taxi
want to
driver.
test out them new crown and them new bimmer. So they might do some crazy stuff, you
But
know?
remember,
Brother,
say
they
the taxi
don't know
driver,
the
them are
road
the worst one,
codes.
The taxi
They
driver, them are the
don't
worst one,
know the road
Yeah, cause
code.
them a run down money. Them a
Yeah,
run
right?
down the line for go down the road, go
And
jump in at the line for pull up back and so them a
them
put
fearless and them
people
fearless
life
and
at
them
risk.
reckless. That is the
Listen,
But
the
one
thing.
thing
other
I can
time,
tell you, I'm a fast driver. I've always been like that. They call me pressure foot. Me always I try to test my limit sometimes. Me not go even go. Me
no,
reckless when me ready
I
sometimes.
test my limit
But
every day.
when I came to America and I
you have
started driving, that
you
is when
put
I
them
really
very
know what
heavy.
seatbelt feel like to go around my waist. Like me start
Look
wear
here,
seatbelt and me know say me fi stop a stop light and 'cause when me there Jamaica, me gone through everything, man. Me look and gone. No
Believe me,
lies.
if you're driving at Germany, you will know what I talk about because it's a different set of driving. You really and truly learn how to drive, but you also understand the rules of the road because the one thing I can tell you about over there, so them follow the rules of the road. So
yes.
if a car is coming behind you and it's faster than you, you're supposed to pull over to the right lane. You know that,
Okay.
and them actually follow that rule there. Where you know say up here, so
Well,
if
it's
you
like driving on the motorway here.
yeah,
On the
different
motorway, if
thing.
a car come fast, it's lane.
Then pull in front of you and slow you down. That's how they drive up here, so you know. So,
So,
but
so
again,
just
Yeah.
I do find
America let me learn like follow certain rules, stop at the light, give the right away to the person I am first in front of you, and put your seatbelt on, and all of them put on
but
your
but you,
flashing light in
so,
this
so
and
can I
but you know
ask
the
you
one thing we
guys?
can say about Jamaica, even though as what I said, the only thing me fear in Jamaica is because them drive reckless. But Jamaica, them courteous as well. So when you're in
Yes.
they
America, yeah,
are.
when you're in
Yes.
America, you drive and you try merge. People are trying to cut you off. They not let you in.
Then now let
Jamaica,
you
you
in
come
and
on
no courteous.
intersection. Yeah, man, Jamaica, you come on one intersection, no stop line there, and traffic just a flow through because everybody just a blow them on and let you in, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there is that courteousness there when you're in like the city and people just blow them on, let you through and everything kind of flow. In America, them not let you. Everybody
Oh
want
yes,
to
I
cut you
face
off.
it every day. Backing out of my driveway into the street. Yeah, every day. All 5, 10 minutes me did all
So
me a
can,
beg.
You're
That's why you
supposed
back
to
Signal.
you're
into your
supposed to
driveway and drive
reverse.
out
You're
But
not supposed to reverse.
sometimes I'm in so much traffic I can't get a chance to
to
back
back
in.
in. Yeah, yeah.
So I just drive in, and then when I should get out in the morning, it's another
Can't
problem.
get
I'm
out.
like, Lord.
Mhm.
Well, it seems like Jamaica driving terrible. You ever drive to Italy?
Yeah, man.
That's
Then
what
on
I
the
was gonna
manners,
say. What about France?
Then on the manners, you know.
They don't have no manners.
France
Listen,
is woo.
wait a minute. I drove in France too, but guess what?
That
In Italy, the, well, I went to the Navy. What the base the name again? What we call it, Charmaine? Naples. Okay.
Naples, yeah.
Listen, man. If them can stitch you the two car, them are coming out,
wow.
and them not paying no respect to light.
Like a bike, them a ride.
I got me I tell you. And the light says stop, them come into it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that the terrible. But what me never like, we drove from Hanover, the St. Thomas. And me I tell you, Chinese, them control the toll business. Them are rip way
Mm-hmm.
off bad,
Mm-hmm.
Cause the toll there,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You
that's
know,
what
if
the
you check it,
government paid, agreed to. You make
me
the
know,
roads, and you'll have the toll.
yeah,
But they
but
must scam
government,
you up on the toll too.
the government, that was
Let's
that was a sellout, man. They must come up on the toll. And you know, have no
Yeah.
choice. Cut you it.
Because by the time, because it's not like it's a limited time, you have the toll for 20 years. You have a toll forever.
Yes, that is the
So
problem.
forever, you tell me, said this a road I go last week. And as rain fall, it broke up.
Listen to me.
Come on.
You still have to pay the
so
toll.
guys.
So that's what
Can I
I'm
Mm-hmm.
ask
saying.
you all?
That's what the
Can I
money for.
ask all of
The
you?
money there to fix it. That's why them charge the toll
That is
to
it.
maintain it.
Can I ask all of you an individual question? Well, this is
Mm-hmm.
the same question, but I want the answers from every one of you. So, Mum, I'm going to start off with you.
Mm?
Tips for successful living, adapting to life abroad.
Repeat that,
Repeat.
please.
That message.
I'm going to ask you, what is the tips for successfully adapting to life abroad?
Work hard. Work hard. Follow the rules. Save your money. And try learn new things. Educate yourself.
Shana, can I ask you, please?
Well,
Tips for successfully
I'm still
adapting to
trying to
life
figure
abroad.
it out because, as I told you all, I've only been here 2 years.
2 years.
But so far, the same with educating yourself and being smart in how you maneuver. Don't abuse the system. I think is one way to becoming successful, but I'm still not successful in the way that I want to be. So y'all can tell me what to do. Give me the tip, guys. I need to get some money in this place. Where is the money tree they told me about? They scam me and let me turn slave in foreign. I cannot figure it out.
Okay, mother.
Oh
I
gosh.
need the tip.
Cash,
What do I do?
tips
Yeah,
for
can you hear
successful
me?
live. Yes,
Can you
Tash,
hear me?
what's the tips for successfully adapting to life abroad?
Well, like Shauna, I'm like here the same time as well. But one of the things that I can say is that you have to be persistent and humble at the same time. You can't be a pushover. You have to be confident in who you are. Um, for me personally,
Question, Dartmouth.
volunteer, get to know people, get to know places, find a niche, find something that you are really good at,
Philadelphia, Craig. Hmm.
and as the same thing as Auntie Shirley and Shauna said, educate yourself, find some things to really expand the knowledge because opportunities are out there. It's just how, when, and whatever to grasp it. Yeah.
Okay.
Papa Twinny, Papa Dennis, please. Tips for
Be,
successfully adapting abroad.
be smart.
Be
Be,
smart.
be aware of your environment. Be flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Be persistent.
Yeah.
Okay. Be ambitious.
Yeah.
And know when to hold and when to fold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't be too quick to jump on a situation because people will take advantage of you. But
Mm-hmm.
often, some people, while they're taking advantage of you, you just can't be too quick to act
Hmm.
because that one action that you take could be your dilemma. It can cause
Mm-hmm.
everything that you have worked for to go down the drain.
Yep.
True.
Exactly, true word.
True. Twinny,
Yeah.
tips for
No.
successfully adapting to life abroad,
Well,
apart
first
from
of all,
pork.
first of all, and all of you said it right, but having a goal, right? The same goal that you had when you were living in Jamaica. If you wanted to be a nurse, a doctor, whatever your goal was, you have a better opportunity here to get that accomplished, right? So having that goal first and then working towards it. Remember this them say the system rigged, but the system works both ways, right? So the system, if you are here legally or illegally, there's a process to be here legally. If you are here legally, there's also a process to enhance that. So there's a lot of people that have been in the States for a long time that have never filed for a citizenship, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is that you're giving away basically a part of your life. If you're gonna live here, you need to go for all right. Don't sit back
Blessings,
and
heart man.
don't sit back and say, well, me now I get this, me now I do that. Work towards what you want to because the system is there for you to
True,
use
true,
just as anybody else. I can
true.
tell you for me and Papa Dennis can probably attest to this. The military is probably the easy and people always forget that you have to use the system just as the system. It's two things about me. You either use the system or the system use you.
And that's
Right?
That's
fact.
what I say.
Exactly. Yep.
And you can't sit back and complain about it. It not
Mm-hmm.
gonna help you. You need to do something about it. So the system are gonna beat you down if you let the system beat you down. But if
Mhm.
you have a goal and you want to accomplish it, as what I tell you, say most most Jamaicans that are joined the military, because I'll tell you my story real quick if we don't have time. Just not gonna take long.
Mm-hmm.
When I came to the States, I was 2 weeks away from becoming a police officer in Jamaica. So I was 2 weeks away from going to the academy. And
Mm-hmm.
me just got we just got embassy. My cousin got embassy to
Blessings,
renew my visa.
Nita.
So I had traveled prior to that. So me go renew my visa and them deny me, right? They denied me my visa when me go to embassy. By the time I reach home, because my mother filed for me years earlier. Time I reach home, my paperwork come through for my green card. I had to leave in 2 weeks. 2 weeks because I was 20 years old getting ready to turn 21. That means that if I turn 21, the process start all over again. Right? We
Mm-hmm.
reach out New York the night on my 21st, night before my 21st birthday. I was in New York 3 months and I joined the military 3 months later, right? Because I had a goal and I know what I wanted. So there's a difference in not knowing where you want to be versus where you want to be. No, back then it took 3 years for file for your citizenship as a resident. So a lot of people don't realize that as a resident in the United States, you can join the military. The thing is, you can only do 8 years, not the military, without a citizenship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me filed for my citizenship while I was in the military. I almost got kicked out the military because it took them 4 years for giving me citizenship. All right. No, going fast forward, the citizenship, as soon as you join the military, you get you can apply for citizenship and you probably get your citizenship in probably a month. No, as opposed to waiting 3 years. So again, when I say use the system to help yourself. Not saying everybody is cut out for the military, and the military is not as hard as what people think. A lot of people are so focused on the fact say they feel like you have to go to war and all these things. The military is not what people think. There is every job where you can think about in the civilian world is in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? From people who will build lawnmower engine to people who cut grass and so on and so. There's every job in the military. So, but and on the back end of that, me not sell the military, but me just say, I just tell you what options are out there. You know? So figure out what your goal is, work towards it. Don't let other people influence you because they weren't successful in doing what they did because they didn't do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Find your niche, find your goal, stick to it, and don't let nobody distract you from what you are trying to accomplish.
So sweet.
That is the way to survive and be successful.
I remember I came to this country early 80s. Early, just 82 I came to this country. And Miss Thatcher was in power. Miss Thatcher start change up. I had my indefinite stay, and then Miss Thatcher start change up the law, And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna get caught up in this. So I applied for my citizenship, and I applied for my son citizenship because my son was born in Jamaica. And I said, I'm not gonna let him get caught up in it. And in
Mm-hmm.
3 months, I got my citizenship because we don't
Mm-hmm.
have to wait long. I got it. I said, once I have that, that doesn't take away the fact that I'm a Jamaican and
Jamaican,
that I love
exactly.
Jamaica and that I can go Jamaica when I want to. But I want to sort of have my
Hi, Bree Bree.
back in here, you
Yes.
know. So
Yes, and
so yeah,
that is a mental thing what people have to say. If I'm American citizen, I'm no longer Jamaican. That is a
mm,
mental thing. Your mindset is you will always be Jamaican by blood. You know,
exactly.
that is just paperwork and it opens more doors for you. So why limit yourself if you have the opportunity to better yourself?
Exactly. My father came to this country when I was only 3 months old. And he lives here for how many years? And my father came on my father and my mom came on the British passport back in the days when they invited the Jamaicans to come over to build this country.
Right.
Yeah. And when he came on the black passport, and when that passport run out, he applied for a Jamaican passport because my father is like that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Jamaican. I'm not even
It's
Jamaican
patriotic.
as we talk about he's an African. That's how we behave. And he keep going Jamaica. And every time he go to Jamaica and to come back in get an hassle. He
Mm-hmm.
get an hassle with the Jamaican
Mm-hmm.
passport. And I say, I live in this country. How long? And you're still on a
It don't
Jamaican
mean nothing.
passport.
It don't
Yeah,
mean nothing.
exactly.
Remember what Bob
Exactly.
said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but
Exactly.
ourselves can free our minds.
So what he did,
Exactly.
he went and get his British passport because he didn't have to go to now because he still had the old British passport will
Mm-hmm.
let you get it easily. So when he's going to Jamaica, he go out on the Jamaican passport. When he's coming back, he come back on the
Company
British
British
passport.
passport. There you go. You use the
Yeah,
system to your advantage.
yeah.
That's it.
Listen,
That's it.
let me
The
tell
So
you
would
system,
something.
the
you
system
Please,
is rigged,
Grandpa.
The
Listen up.
system is rigged,
would
but
you
you have to know if you
advise?
work
Stop.
the
Hold
system.
on. Hold on. Special. If you
Yeah.
have a Jamaican passport and an American passport, we have been doing this. But let me let you know it is a felony, okay, to do it. So
To do,
if you've been
to
doing
do
it
what?
to travel upon one passport and come back in with the other one.
Oh, is
Okay.
it?
Yes. But I'm only talking about
Okay.
Americans. I don't know how it is in Britain.
Well,
But I'm saying
unless you're a dual citizen, then you
exactly,
get
but I'm sure that you
yeah,
are.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Because it will flag you and it will
Mm-hmm.
give the new administration excuse for terminate
For
about that
whole year,
country.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
and
true.
he loves to terminate, you know. He's Mr. Senu, a man, me call him, you know.
Exactly. So, so people who,
Mr. can't
Oh,
come back.
me
Mr.
afraid
can't
of play.
come back.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because
I
yeah,
see Bree clapping.
because remember when you go to Jamaica, an American passport, they limit how long you can stay there,
Right,
right?
Exactly.
right.
And you use a Jamaican passport, it didn't show that. But they
Mm-hmm.
now come up with this in AI stuff now. You remember recognize the scan your passport and them say, hey, we didn't see you going out. How did you go out to Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Ah, you went out on a Jamaican passport. The next question is, why did you do that? You don't want to give them no excuse now with the new
Mm-hmm.
administration. So be careful.
That's true. That's true.
Mm.
Me don't know the British. Me don't know the British one work, but what Papa Dennis does say that is exactly correct. Don't. To me, me know a lot of
Is
people
it
go to
Craig?
Jamaica and spend time just because it warm down there. But you have to be careful with that and make sure so that you are in compliance with the laws and regulations of your citizenship.
Yeah,
You know.
Craig.
Well,
I,
Craig
I
is
got
saying as well. Craig
no,
says you cannot travel down on a Jamaican passport and come back on your American passport.
Oh
They
yeah,
restrict it
absolutely.
from you for
Yep.
no, that's not correct, Craig. You
abandonment.
can't
They
do it.
won't strip it from you,
They
but they
won't
will
strip it,
detain
but
you.
but it could be reasons to strip it.
Yep.
You
Because
see
they
what
got
I'm
to
saying?
go through the process. They still got to
Yeah.
go through the court process. But
Mhm.
they can confiscate your
Yes.
passport, and they can also confiscate your green card.
Matter of fact, even if you have
Wow.
a green card, even if you have a green card now,
Yes,
and you
Bree
you
Bree.
got, you got to be careful if you decide to leave the country. If you leave, you may not be able to come back.
Yeah,
Mighty
they're
word
very
of
strict.
Daniel.
Eh?
I
Yeah,
am
All you need to
so.
do is follow the laws. As long as you follow the laws, you're all right.
Well, I'm saying that they're looking for
Listen, you
reasons
never
too.
know
yeah, they're
with
finding
Mr. Seno,
ways.
man, you know. You never know, Mr. Seno. You could all have followed the
Mr.
laws and
Senum,
you go jail walk and him. He said
remember
you
I
home.
remember I mentioned to you that they're deporting U.S. citizens, and
Yeah.
what they're
Yeah.
doing with these folks who had a legal process, they are circumventing the legal system. So when they hold on upon you, whether you have a legal process going on or not, if they determine say they must send you home, then go send you home, and you can't come
So
back on it.
so Papa Dennis,
Yes,
would you say, yeah, staying connected with your home country and your family members is the best thing in today
Yeah.
world?
it is a good idea. I wouldn't say it's the best thing. It's a good idea.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Well, I
what I
don't know.
missed?
It's about
Mama
that when you
Charmaine says, thanks everyone for joining. Papa Dennis will be timed out for the next one. No, Mama Charmaine.
oh, where that come from?
We love Papa Dennis.
Papa Dennis is on time out for the next one.
No,
For the next one.
no, he's
Oh,
not.
Yeah, no manners.
Jessica, Papa, take away all of
No
Jessica
bother put
time.
Papa Dennis on
Yeah, I
time out,
know.
please.
No, we love Papa
I'm
Dennis.
learning a lot from everyone. I want to go to Germany to drive now because no speed limit can test out a
Look, there is
Why
a
you bed?
car.
there is no. We
Pinky,
never
go to
said
your
that. We
there's
bed.
never
speed
said
limit.
there's no
And
speed
I can go
Speed
limit.
to
limit.
Italy and squeeze the
Li-
car through another one.
Listen,
We never.
okay.
Hey, we never said there's no
Because
speed
I
limit.
might drive it
We
them
just say
there
you
now.
can't drive
So
very
I think I
fast.
have to go to the European countries. The sisters outside, Papa. Forget it.
There's
Pinky,
speed limit, but when you're on the
Yeah?
autobahn,
listen, listen. Special K, tell Pinky say them the easy over here. You get that one police not even go run you down. You just see picture flash, you just see
that is it
lightning
right
start
there.
flash.
Yes, and them
Yeah.
find you quick, you know. There is if you rent a
So
car,
Yeah,
it
they
is.
know your address.
yeah, if you rent a car, they'll have it to the rent a car company by the time you get there. Rent the car, 'cause
Boy,
Yeah.
somebody has to,
they bad
somebody
over
has
here,
to pay the
boy.
fee.
It's not nice driving over here anymore. 20-mile limit zone, and then every little thing you can't go over the little yellow line. Oh my God, you get
Auntie
so
You
Shirley?
can't even go in the bike lane. You
The
can't. You
zebra
can't.
crossing.
You
Listen,
yeah.
can't even
Sure, you
go down
said drive
certain
and I'm
roads
ready.
at certain time or levels. If there's a road that a school is on, you're not allowed to go through that road until the school rush hour period where they're going into school. You have to wait for that period to come. So it might be a good
Yeah.
hour before you can go
Mm-hmm.
through that road,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or they give
listen.
you a ticket.
Next, next,
It's so
Everything.
next to
different
Jamaica,
over
we
here.
love England, right? But the last time we come over there with all this speed limit change and this zone business, boy, it pains me to make the trip now because you
Ex-
can't drive faster more, and it where I was coming from and where I was going, it took me too long because of the traffic speed. You know, traffic and speed. So we can't manage
just
that.
just just prepare to take the train. It's
All
better.
right.
This is what they want to do over here. They
Public
want to
transport.
they want to push everyone on public transport, and
I
at the
lie don't
same
tell me
time
them that.
they are saying that the car deals are going down. Yeah, that they're not making any money off of car deal, but at the same time the
Hi,
restriction
Spiral.
that they put on people because they cut down the speed limit, and that is causing more accident than when that speed limit wasn't there. Then the AA said that
Yes, Brie
since
Brie.
they cut
Yes,
down the speed
Brie.
limit, there's more accident
What
on
you
the
got?
road.
Brianna wants to say something. What you want to say, Brianna?
Yes, Brie Brie's
What do
talking
you want to
too.
say?
They just
She's
restrict
agreeing
people
with
left,
mum.
right,
Say
and
what you
center.
want to say. Say what you want to say.
Yeah,
Your time to talk now.
Brie Brie's it's agreeing with mum.
Okay then.
She knows about the England roads.
That's it. Hey, what you do?
So let me know when I come
Craig's
to England then.
I mean,
It's a
Trust
real
Um,
big
me,
man,
it's
bad
it's
man.
it's a nightmare now to drive. It's very
Yeah,
unhappy to drive, especially in the city.
I'm about to try to
City
make
is
a trip
just
next
Especially
week.
when
oh
them a have them football match and block off everywhere and them running and them madness.
yeah, that too. Trust me, the city is not the one. London is not the enjoyable place to be at the moment.
We love carnival
Craig
though.
says right now the man is saying having a visa and GC is a privilege, so they want to make it easy to take it from you. Yeah, Craig, exactly that.
Well,
Hi, Sparrow, how you doing?
as what me say about that is if we're living in some
Okay,
strange
heartburn.
times right now, right? But at the same time, don't put yourself in a situation where they have the upper hand, right? So
Hmm.
if you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you don't have nothing to worry about. But if you do something where you're not supposed to do, then you put yourself in a situation where you, as what I said, the system is rigged. But if you put yourself against the system will go win every single time, right?
Oh,
So
yeah,
so be conscious of what you're doing, and
this is what I said. Learn the system,
of course,
okay.
and do the right thing. Don't if
I
learn
if
said
it,
some.
and outsmart them.
I said
Mhm.
something earlier. I said be smart. Okay,
Yep.
think
Yeah.
about it
of
before you
course,
Educate
do.
yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
while you're doing the right thing, think about the negative because they can find the negative in the right thing also.
mm-hmm.
So if that makes
Yeah.
sense, they can find a way to do something. If you can say, if I'm going to do this here, what if I make? Because
I used to work.
Hi,
do
Mama
is make one.
Journey.
All you need to do is make one mistake.
Yeah, and my
And
whole thing
I
is
used to.
don't stack the chips against you,
that
stack
is
the
it.
chips against them. You know,
Exactly. You know, just
Thank
just
you.
recently, my job, some things that I used to do, thinking everything is okay. No,
blessing spiral, blessing spiral.
I have to stop and think and say, wait a minute here.
Mhm.
What's the likelihood of this? And before you know it, because oh, by the way, they track everything now.
Of
Everything,
course, everything.
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Cameras
So
are everywhere. You know, they're doing
Yes,
facial recognitions of everything nowadays.
yeah.
And they're not
Oh,
even telling you that they're doing facial recognitions.
oh, so
They're in corner stores and
look.
stuff like that now.
Yeah, and they
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 put
have a
cameras over
they
you
have
everywhere over
the
you
out
with
there.
vehicles
camera.
positioned
okay.
in
So
special locations.
would you?
Like you walk past and you don't even know
Yeah.
that's
Brother
the
Dennis,
thing that's picking
Yes.
you up.
if them
But
only
to
know
tell
the
them
technology out there, what they will not even know about.
exactly. Do you know this conversation could or is being monitored?
Yeah. 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 Of
That
course.
is it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
So
course, Papa. Then I'm 100. Of course, it
yes.
is because this is YouTube. That remember, this is where I'm basically working for them,
Yeah.
even though we're getting paid. But we're still, even when you're
Because
doing YouTube, when anyone's doing YouTube, that
it's
you have to give YouTube 30% or
yeah.
40% of your
Yeah.
earnings of whatever you
Right.
earn on here.
But
You know what I
So
do
the
like
thing
about
is,
YouTube though? It's one of the most restrictive apps out there,
yes,
platforms
that's
out there.
why I
So
like it too. Yes.
I do like that about them.
no,
You
what I'm
can't
saying
just
is,
Yeah.
compare with any nonsense.
I said not only is YouTube recording this, so whatever you say here, they have recorded documentation of it.
Of
But there's
course.
other electronic devices that are looking into this kind of stuff,
Hmm.
Yeah.
deep stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, all
Of
eyes are
course.
on you. You see that satellite you have up there? It
Yeah.
records everything that transpires. It's a very
Yeah.
powerful device. So you have to be
But
careful what
do
you do,
you
what you
know?
say.
Do you know? Even your phone listening in onto
Of
you.
course. Of
You
course.
type
Yeah.
something, and you all of a sudden you
Yeah.
see it coming up on the phone.
Coming
Of
up.
course.
Yeah.
Long time. That's
Long
old.
time.
That is old
Yeah.
technology. Trust me.
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
Uh,
Charmaine asked Alexa, who fought? And Alexa said it wasn't me.
oh wow.
He said,
Woo.
Alexa said in a shaggy voice too, right?
Well, Alexa was smart enough not to tell you she
Mr.
fought.
Alexa, she oughta, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they say, Alexa, open your third eye.
Mhm.
But people have to understand. So many people always talk about living off the grid. There is no such thing as in these times. There is unless you live underground, and even
No,
then, you need gas or something to survive. If you go on gas station, then pick up your face, you are not nobody lives off the grid anymore.
As you're
Yeah,
driving
with
down the
this
road,
technology, man, let
as you're
them make
driving down the
bees,
road,
wasps, birds, everything for your monitor you. You think say a bird a fly in the
yes,
sky?
look on the light post or the wires that goes across the street and see where you see camera everywhere. And
Everywhere.
Camera, yeah,
and there
everywhere.
are some cameras that you cannot see.
And guess
And
what we
those,
are do?
Yeah.
What
and
are
they
we?
It's
yes,
in the light
and
bulbs and
they,
everything as well.
yes,
Yeah.
and they're so powerful because I've
Yeah.
dealt
I
with
was
some of these.
I was in the car in a car park waiting on my friend, and I doze off in the car, and as soon as I open my eye, I see the camera
Police.
looking straight
Oh.
at me. So I wave at the camera. You see the camera spin around away from me.
Hey,
Excuse me?
big lad say me send police come check to make sure say you're all right. Because that's probably would have
They
been the
do.
next thing.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
we was in a cinema car park and they actually done that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, CC, blessings. Yeah. They
Yeah.
do that as well.
I would have
Greetings.
TC
See,
McGon, you know.
yeah. She says greetings to everyone. Yeah.
Hello,
Oh,
Wonderful.
CC.
Greetings,
Yeah. But
greetings
they
in
do it
Africa. This greetings,
but
greetings
yeah. If it,
Zimbabwe.
if but you see, as like Craig doesn't like me using the word foreign, but as all of us, if we was to told not even to go back to our motherland, which we would call Jamaica, what if they was to say we have to go back and live in Africa?
Why?
Would you be
Why?
able
Why
to
would you
Which
go
part we
back
go
to?
down a Burkina Faso?
All right, not well. If we say
I
we have to
mean,
go back, well,
Well, let me tell you
rephrase that
we're
something.
not
question, please.
citizens of Africa, so you can't deport us to.
Rephrase that
Well,
question.
now I gonna say that still, but we're not. I get it. Them Africa's a part of our culture. 400
thank you,
years, 400
Manix?
years ago,
Yeah, man.
right? But
Mhm.
Africa is not our home, right? It's our culture. It's not our home. So how could I go as a like Jamaica? If you gonna send me back to Jamaica, that is fine and dandy because me know Jamaica. But how could you say go back to Africa when I have never even set foot in Africa? Like me wouldn't know the first thing what to do. And when you say Africa, you talk about a continent where I can't remember me- off the top of my head how many countries are in Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where would you decide to send me if you decided that at some
They were
point
just to just turn around and say, they were just to turn around and just say everyone has to go back to Africa,
yeah, but we're in
As long as
Africa
them a
because
because
send me
they're
go like South Africa, one of them
yeah,
places where
but
we
Well,
work for diamond.
South
right now,
Africa and not black people run South
Yeah,
Africa.
man.
Well,
well,
I still Africa. So as long as I so them a send me, me
But
go.
that's what I say.
whether
Africa hot.
whether you're
Yeah.
black, white, no matter what color it is, they just said, oh, everyone has to go back to Africa.
Look, I
You
have
And
been
know,
as
on the
long
we
as they're
continent.
sending back all the
Let
whites
me
to
tell
where
you
I
they
something.
have
come
been on
from.
the African continent. Africa hot. I don't know normal hot. When you think Jamaica hot,
listen.
Look
So I know
here,
right
like
now.
all down in Nigeria, the government they just passed something down Nigeria about like people with locks. Them tell them officers anybody them still with locks, them fi
exactly
chop
spiral.
it off and them can lock them up. They can do anything that they want with
Are your
them.
uncle tell you, are your father tell you that,
No, me love, and it's there. It's no, and me not follow film news, but it's there. Nigeria, you go
Okay,
look it up.
Look,
listen.
everybody talk about they want to go back to the motherland, but me can tell you say if you send people back to the motherland right now, them
Why?
would have run back come to Jamaica and run back come to America
Pick a clap.
very quickly.
America.
I'm
Pinky,
familiar
That's
me
the
right
way I
can't
now.
want
follow
to say.
film news.
But
I'm familiar with
then,
four foreign African countries right
but
now.
then living
Hold
in a
on.
foreign country, why can we not unite?
We can't even
Eh?
unite in our own country, so you expect we
We
to
But
can't even
unite.
unite.
but listen to this. Listen to this, yeah? Up to
Okay, Papa
1962,
AD.
up to 19, Jamaicans class Britain as the motherland because Jamaica was ruled by the British. Up to that, that's why a lot of
Jamaica
Jamaica
still
were
ruled by
able
the
to.
British.
Pardon?
Jamaica still ruled by the British.
In a way, yes. In a
Hmm.
way, yes. we still have a governor general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
They oversee us.
up to 1962, Jamaicans could come to this country without have to go through
Without
any hullabaloo and all of that.
right,
Yeah,
right.
but even now, Jamaican as a Commonwealth country, there's a clause there that they can travel to this country, but they make it difficult because people don't know the law and don't study that part of the law and
And that's
can use
exactly
it
what we say.
against what they are doing to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think in that particular case they make it difficult because face it, life in Jamaica is rough, and we
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
want we want to better ourselves. And if we get the opportunity to go to Canada, come to the United States, or come to the UK, we want to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And
One place, Miss Sir, me would have never run after England. There's a special different. There's a two hard for that. Me would have
it
never run after England.
it 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 takes some getting used to, but you can manage, you can
I
function.
went there twice and I find that
It
airplane right when it was time to leave.
that's
That
the
the
least.
place you can hardly find a job there.
Well, it's I
You
say the
can.
special can attest to the fact that it takes some getting used to. I mean, things are different, and from be honest, I love the UK, but I love the US better because
Hi,
of
cuz.
I can get more out of my money than I can get in
Mm-hmm.
I can get
Mm-hmm.
in UK because things is very expensive. But then
Mm-hmm.
things is also expensive in Germany, so it's it's I won't. I'm not even sure if I should use the
Hi,
right. This is the
Sahari.
right word to say. It's cultural,
Can I get a
but
kiss?
you
Mhm.
according to what it is that you want to accomplish,
Love you. It's in the freezer.
and where the opportunity is,
Sure, this in my
that's
bin.
Hi,
where
Faith.
you take advantage of the opportunity. In other words, if you live in the UK and whatever it is you want, you can accomplish, or you can come to the US and accomplish it. Take off, go to the US, get it, and then if you love the UK, you return. Does that make sense?
Listen, the
Yeah,
Mhm.
UK is
hundred
just
But
percent.
too
if
much of a
if you
hard
are
place to
willing to
live.
work, if you are willing to work and put all the effort in anywhere in the world you go, you can
You'll
accomplish
be
it.
successful.
Yeah,
But
if you,
Absolutely.
running
if you
off
have
auntie,
You have
Absolutely.
to be
Right.
willing.
you can
Yeah,
run off America and kind of make your way better than England.
but
Cause
hold on.
if New York now work for you, can go
This-
Go
Atlanta.
Florida, North
You can go
Carolina,
Florida. You
Georgia.
will find some Jamaicans
Yeah,
up a
man.
Philly here where we give you one work in our restaurant. You can leave here so when that now work, you can go down to Arizona. There's
That's
so
what I
Mm-hmm.
was
much places you can go try hustle
But
and make a life until you get your papers. But
That's what I
England,
hold on. No? Like you're saying, you can go to different places and accomplish what it is you want to accomplish, and then return. Because if you're from the UK, first of all, just like we come from Jamaica, right? You might want to go back to the UK. That's your homeland. The same way you might want to go back to Jamaica. Then you have to decide. What I'm saying is, you need to be able to determine what it is you want, where you can accomplish it,
Yep.
and do it. And don't let
Yep.
nobody stand in the way. You have to make some sacrifices. Look, people in Africa,
you got the blue one?
they're Africans here. And guess what? Life is hard over there. How do I know this? Well, we know this from, history, but also I've been in
Your
contact
sister come now,
with
you
a lot
can't
of
allow me.
mute,
Kenyans,
cuz.
South Africans.
Sorry.
Run. Yeah, mute.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Kenyans, South Africans, people from Zimbabwe, and a large multitude of them. Okay, because I'm traveling so much. And then when I was in Germany, my brother is from Ghana. Okay, and we have some deep conversations. Life is tough, but guess what? That's their motherland, right? So
mhm.
they want to do better, like we in Jamaica wanted to do better. And it so happened that we got the opportunity because not all of us gets the opportunity. Okay.
Opportunity. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And then some get the opportunity and make a mess of it because they want too
Mhm.
much too fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it's you have to be patient, as I said. You have to be smart. You have to have a goal. Stick with your goal. You got to be perseverant, right?
Mm-hmm.
You persistent. Don't let anything stop you. My goal is my. This is my motto. If I have a goal and I'm going towards it, I'm going to accomplish it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And if it's unfortunate that you're standing in my way, I'm going to mow you over because I'm going there. Okay. If I can't mow you over, I'm gonna try to go around. And if I can't go around, I'm gonna step back and I say one more time, move out of my way. I'm gonna knock it down about my way. You understand? But the point
Mhm.
is, you have to be persistent. You should be. You need to have this ambition about you, right? And
Mhm.
honesty is one of the key to it. And every money a good money,
A good money,
So
exactly.
Yes. Mhm.
so you may come into it very fast, but the Bible tells us
Easy come, easy go.
easy come, easy go.
Ain't no such thing as easy go. I can't tell you
E-
that. Because
Easy
nobody
come,
know
easy.
nobody
You
know
know
I
that
lose money. But
gone quick, you gone quick,
yeah,
is it? Yeah.
but that's the thing. I'm tell people all the while. Say you know a lot of times people see where you are now and they don't see how you get there. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
People see what you have accomplished now and they don't see what it
I
took you
like
to
that you
get there.
said that, Twinny.
Right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
for me, it's about like me work hard. Me know me work hard. Me and my work hard for me have my wife work hard for we have as a family work hard for we have. And you know, a lot of times as we say, we are crab in a barrel, we're not paid forward. We always we're quick to tell people say, "Me love what I do. Yeah man, very successful, but we also quick to pull each other down. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
We are not very good at pushing each other up to the next level, right? Because we're not share the information what we learn throughout our journey to the next generation who will come up or the next person who will come
And
up.
that
And
is a
that is
problem too.
that is the problem because
Mhm.
we don't because we feel like oh me know something good, me go just hold on to it because me have the
Mhm.
information. But you're not help the next person, right? There's no mentorship going on. And
Yeah.
me go through multiple aspects of it. And even on my military career, because one of my biggest thing when I was in the military, me I always used to tell my people them say, be ready so you don't have to get ready. You know, I mean, I always every time I get promoted, them say, "Oh, you get promoted." I'm tell them exactly what I did because my job was to prepare them to take my job. Right, that was my mindset. Now everybody's not the same because some people feel like when them have in a position of power, them have the power and them want to maintain that. I
Hmm.
have a different mindset. My mindset was always to help the next person, pull the next person up because I was always preparing myself because nothing lasts forever, right?
Mhm.
And if you can't help somebody, I feel like your life not worth nothing. You know, you always have to have this mindset that, and I feel like that's the biggest problem we have as a race
Papa
when it
Winston, you
come
know
when
what?
it come.
Some people are threatened by greatness, you know? They're
But
in a
even
position and you come in and as Faith just said, they're gatekeeping their position because they are threatened by you.
well,
You understand? You
people
come
like
in
power.
fresh.
People like to have information. The person that has the most information has the most power, right? So if you have to come to me every single time to get information, that means I have the most power, right? Because you always have to depend upon me to give you information. At some point, that's gonna run out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like for me personally, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. I have always had the mindset of everything what me learn, me want somebody else to learn, for
Learn it too. Yeah.
Of
uplift
course.
themselves so they can get to the same
Same
level where
level.
I am.
Yeah.
And
You
and
know,
that's
Let
how
me
you
say
fill
something.
the generational gap because you'll have a position and somebody gatekeep it and you something go happen and it just crash this
it
up
gone,
because there's
it
nobody
gone
there to pick up that
to pass it
position.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm not promoting Christianity in any way, shape, or form, but I'm saying is we all should share. I
Hmm.
believe that God bless us, and whatever He's blessed us with, we can bless others just like
Of
He blessed us,
course.
Yes,
right? But something else to
yes.
remember while we're doing this, remember that I was trying to say this earlier and I got distracted. A fool and his money shall soon depart. That is
Mhm.
what it says.
Hmm.
Okay, so all the grabbing and all this kind of stuff, and you have so much and you want to keep this, be careful. One day, same way you got it, the same way you can lose it. This
Lose
brother
it
that
exactly.
the same brother that I told you about from Ghana. He his parents died when he was young, and he pretty much grew up with his aunt. And pretty much he told me that they told him that he was a slave in the house. Okay, but he told me, he
Wow.
said he never stole for food, and many days he went hungry. The woman, his aunt, make sure the picking them out of the picking them feed, and the picking them they even think about it. And they're kids, I guess. They never thought about them. Well, hey, stretch and give him something. When I met him in
Mhm.
Germany, I he would ask me questions and I would share my knowledge with him. This guy is a tier 4 IT guy now in the UK, working from home. And if you know anything about tier 4, you talk about help desk, which is tier 1, and then going up the guy who deals with the programs and the testing of the software, and pretty much
Yeah,
him
Hi,
that's what I use in my
Susan.
job. Tier 4 I use right now.
exactly. And this guy knows it, and he self-taught himself all this. You understand? So the
Hi,
guy
Susan.
he had a
Blessing
desire,
season.
he had a desire to succeed, and and guess what he's done? You know what he shared with me recently? He said, "I've adopted 6 orphans in Ghana that he's been doing this for quite some time now." And he never said anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he became emotional. He says,
Wow.
I was an orphan. I lost my parents and whatever it is. And he did not look back and say, boy, hey, I got through this. I'm on my own now. He says, there's many children in Ghana and other countries too that are
Mm-hmm.
orphans. And, in Africa, boy, listen, I was watching the TV today. We call it. We call it. We were watching us and down south. And anyway, the I looked at the some of the conditions that I'm familiar with, and I compare it to the lifestyle that other countries, if we call them so-called third world
Third
countries,
world country, yeah.
and they have a very hard time dealing in life. But this guy, like I said, now that he's successful, he took it upon himself to adopt these. And listen, sending these, not only just adopt them, sending them to college. I say,
Very
what?
commendable.
And
When you
yes,
think about it,
On.
me always tell people all the while, the word success is relative, because you can't
yes,
miss what you never have.
yes,
You can't miss. There are
no,
there are cultures in this world that I've never seen a TV, a phone,
yes,
or nothing like that, and they are just as probably if not happier than we are, because we are so evolved in what we have.
yeah,
We live in a world of instant gratification right now, right?
yeah,
The so-called modern society, we live in a world of instant gratification. And there are
yeah.
people out there. At its
Do,
simplest
do,
form,
as you say that,
there's people in Jamaica where we live in a country where never when I have light, and
Yeah.
then still I
mm-hmm.
use kerosene lamp, and then happy.
Yeah,
So you can't miss what you never
I
have,
was, I
Uh-huh.
was, but just
It's
explain
just
that. Because,
like one of our fellow YouTubers actually showed that on when he went to Panama with his team, and he went to another part of Panama where he showed where the people they just live natural, like they
Mhm.
just use leaves and little things just to cover up this, and they just look like the happiest people ever. They look
Yeah,
happier
because
than
they don't
us
miss what
living
you
in the
have.
city.
They don't miss what you have.
Exactly.
It's all relative. It's
Yeah.
it's mindset. That's what me tell you. It's all relative. And
Yeah.
what is most comfortable for you. Me always said, what you think is what you, we have people right now who feel like say them living a bad life or a work. I may always say somebody always have it worse than you, but is it really worse? Because
Thank
they
you,
don't
Craig.
them not feel like them living a bad situation because they're not missing anything because they've never
Ah, thanks, Craig.
God
needed
yeah,
bless
any of these
you.
things. Is
Have a
what I'm
yeah,
lovely
saying?
week.
he's seeing,
So
seeing.
that is the thing.
Thanks,
It's
Greg.
like
Bye bye, Craig.
we always I say, oh yeah, we are think for somebody else when we are say, oh, this a person here have it bad. And them not feel like them have it bad.
Okay, but
When me I grew up, me used to when my parents used to send me a country go every holiday. As what me say, me grew up in a Kingston. Born and grown in Kingston. And every holiday my parents used to send me go a country. I'm used to always used to mad because all of my friends them they are town and them a party and do all this. But the one thing what me learn to appreciate nature, me learn to swim, me learn to appreciate the
Climb
small things in our life, right?
run
Yeah.
Franco.
Yeah. Carry water upon me, put with cash upon my head from down a
Mm-hmm.
river, from the spring, go up the hill, go up on my grandparents'
Mhm.
house. Listen to Mortimer Simmons when me I grew up on the radio, because the only thing you could listen to a radio. Is what me I
Amen.
say? I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell people all the way. Peony Wally was a fun thing to watch.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, cat in a
Yes.
buckle.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
When me
Yes.
I
cat in a
walk
Yes.
no
buckle.
street,
Mm-hmm.
look, when me I walk no street light, I'm afraid of rolling calf. If I something so really exist.
I even
You
Ain't
know,
no
say it
such
now.
you
thing.
know what I say? And
Oh,
them
yeah.
kind of thing that me I talk
You never
about
buck up
them.
the rolling calf yet.
Me never buck up
Who,
no rolling calf.
No,
And,
sir.
look
and,
Ain't no
here.
such thing.
and trust me,
Who
if me dead, would
remember?
I
Who
fight the way?
remember?
Would I,
LA Gear.
me and
Do
him
you
would I
remember when
fight?
LA Light came out?
Look,
The shoes LA Light.
Yeah, LA
Listen,
gear.
Like,
man.
yeah.
LA gear. Yo,
Everybody pick
let me
out
tell
a
you
peony
something.
and push in at the bus hole in at them boot side
Look,
and put the peony in there. You
For
stamp a
let
night
me
real.
time.
tell
You have
people,
LA Light.
let me just say it,
Wow.
you know, people see where you're
Wait
there
a
and they don't
minute.
know where you people see where you're
I didn't
there
know
and
nothing
then they
about
know where
that,
you
Missy
come
girl.
from. People see where you're there and
Yes,
they don't know where you
girl.
come from. Let me tell people all the while, I say, I am privileged. I consider myself privileged to have lived in every facet of Jamaican life. Cause I know my culture, I never left my culture, and I can relate to every different facets of Jamaican life because I have lived it. Is what me I say.
Yeah.
So when me I talk about it, me not say it just for say it. Me know, me live
Yeah.
it. Me live it. My grandmother used to have an earth kitchen. When I talk about coal stove, dirt kitchen, and she sweep it so much that the kitchen turning out it come like
And
tile.
you have the kreng kreng.
Me used to
You
wash,
have the kreng kreng
me
over
used
the
to have to
stove
scrub our
side
That's an
floor with
also.
outdoor. That's called an outdoor
coconut
kitchen.
brush. Me used to scrub
Yeah.
our floor with coconut brush. Is what I say?
Genie floor
Hey,
And
polish.
Genie floor
Genie for
polish.
polish,
hold on. You
Yes.
say you
coconut
say you
brush,
born a town, cause you
and
sound like
a
a country
shining
bunker, man.
cloth.
No, me born a Kingston Public Hospital, me born.
But you're a
Trust
country
me.
bunker.
But that country me grow.
So them call it,
That's what
yeah,
I
so
say.
them have a name for your country bunker.
Yeah, I me never appreciate it until me get older. Me understand, so me never really appreciate a lot of things as far as nature concerned and what me know
Yeah,
because until me what me then know in our life. So it
that is
it
the best
Alright.
part of your life. That
that's
was the
why you
best part
see
of your life.
it not take nothing for me to help out my fellow Jamaicans. Can me rather help out my fellow Jamaicans more than anybody else because
I hear you.
we live a different kind of life. No, me will
Yeah,
help anybody who need help. Is what me I say.
yeah.
But
This is what I said now when we're growing up. We grew up on bush tea. We bed where we
Mm-hmm.
used to have, what
Still grow up
we
on
used to
bush tea.
call it
Still
board
drinking bush
bed.
tea.
Now they
yeah,
now they call the bed pine bed. But we
fine.
used to call it board bed and we didn't want to let nobody know so we asleep on
Sleep
board
on
bed.
board bed. Of
Yeah.
course.
But
The
both bed
bush
are the
tea.
strongest beds.
Yeah.
You never glad to sleep on Kaya Mashat.
How we answer, man?
The tea, the bush tea there. We didn't want to tell people say we are drink bush tea. No,
Who
no,
didn't
they
want to
take
tell
them
nobody
put
say them a drink bush tea?
no,
Mm.
them put it in a package.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
No,
you
charge
can't
so much
afford it now.
money.
no.
You
I think
can't
that
afford it now.
I think that you
No,
buy.
sir.
Exactly. It's
Me
expensive.
love my bush tea. Everything me tell
How much
everybody over here in America. Me love me play loud and clear,
Give me-
proud
how
and
much first it
joyful.
cost? How much
Everything they
first it
say, me say
cost
you
now?
want some tea. Everything, any ailment you got, you want some tea. Me got some bush tea in my yard.
Yeah,
You
man.
want some tea?
But
This is
okay,
tea for
okay.
any
You
poison.
see, like you see, are you guys saying this as Jamaicans because it's all a Jamaican panel? I'm now in a British, as I said again. But for instance, yeah, buying your native, your homegrown like products, like for instance, breadfruit. Now, yeah, don't you appreciate Jamaica
Oh, you
compared
mean?
to
Of course.
Hey,
What?
because
Me
it's so
not buying the breadfruit
expensive.
over here. I'm not
listen,
buying the breadfruit over. Then
me
sell
not
it
buying
too
it here.
expensive.
And
Oh, me
a
not
It's
me not
young
buying
expensive,
no
It
man.
cheap
comes
breadfruit.
breadfruit.
from very far.
No,
That's
faith,
why.
like a
No,
one breadfruit over here is like all a 10 pound. You look pan, you know. Or
no,
more,
no,
you
no,
know.
no, not ten.
15
No,
Yeah,
not
more.
10 pound. More
but
than ten
£10
pound.
which part?
Then
That's
that
And
why
not
if
it's
you
even
have said
expensive.
10
10.
pound
and it
or
not even
more,
Wow.
fit. The breadfruit not even
More than
fit.
10 pound.
Yeah, get young breadfruit.
then
Mm-hmm.
I me I say
Hey,
this something then look like you want stone dog with it.
Let me tell
hey,
you something. Let
listen,
me tell you something.
what you do
Let me.
is you just wait until you go back home
And you tell yourself, say, me I go eat and gain about 30 pounds, and when me go back to England, me I go lose.
Burn
Brush
it
it
off.
off. Yeah, man.
Listen to me.
Same salt. You just eat
Unless,
everything inside. Bring
Even
you
unless
your
you
some
can't
Let me
find
tell
it,
you
amino
something.
acid.
look, me
unless
Take
you
you some
say
can't
amino
find
earlier,
the
acid
food
and
food
for
off
eat
of the
them.
tree,
everything
you know,
inside.
eat it.
Me say it all the
Yesterday,
while. Food for them.
Yes,
yes,
food for them.
yesterday,
Yeah, man,
That's
yesterday
your
I
your
went.
full.
lingo.
Yesterday I went and I bought a Jamaican sweet potato. If you see the little sweet potato, £6 hard for the little potato.
Yes,
Did it,
auntie, then
was it full
dangerous
of
with the
worm?
sweet
Did it full of
potato.
worm? It full of worm?
I haven't eaten it yet.
Me not
Me
buy,
have
me not buy them over here. They have the Jamaican sweet potato here at the market, but not like the original Jamaican sweet potato. They're the same thing. They're just more smooth. I think they come from Africa or something. Those
Africa
are
they
the
come
one that I
from.
buy because the Jamaican ones, they're full of worm, and then they want like $4.99 a pound for them. Me not buy.
No man,
No,
worm for them too.
No, me not. Oh no, me not name that.
Hey,
Me not
you're
name
a
that.
real foodie,
Me
you
not
know.
pay no
no,
You're a
$4.99
real
a
hold on.
pound.
foodie.
Watch me
No.
now.
Papa
Worm,
Hold
Winstone
on.
and
worm
a
for them.
mango.
Hold on.
It's not mango, Papa Winstone. It is
Winston.
not a mango.
Among you eat it at
No,
night.
You use,
Me
no
not
why
Yes,
eat
is
the
man.
the
mango
difference?
in
man.
the
Why
I
is the
morning.
think
Me
mango
not
and
buy.
worm in a potato?
if it's
What's
not
the difference
mango, me
between
not eat
potato
a
worm and
worm.
worm in
Me
a
not eat
mango?
a mango in
Hi,
a worm, but
Martin.
Oh my gosh, my battery's about to die.
Check your
Guys, I'm
phone.
going to
Put
love
it
you
on
and leave
charger.
you.
Put it on charger.
Put
Take
it on the
Okay,
care.
where's
charger.
from the
Me just come
charger
on.
there?
Oh,
Enjoy the
y'all gonna
a
leave
long
travel.
time.
already.
Look, a long time I plug up to the charger, cause
Oh,
that's
y'all
why
gonna leave already, cuz? Me
I
just
think
come on.
Hi, Martin. Thank you for coming. Papa
I
Dennis
Uh,
wanted
can.
to
I
say
I
something.
give up. I give up a lot of Jamaican product over here, and the reason why they are exploiting the Jamaicans over here. You
of
only have to
course.
say Jamaicans, and people rush for the Jamaican product, and they are
Right, Tashika.
exploiting people. They are
But look,
exploiting.
But Auntie
remember, say
Shirley,
oxtail
I
used to
mean,
cheap, you know.
Mystic.
What? Once.
Listen, you can go online and order your stuff now. You don't have to go in the stores and buy
No
it.
man,
No, you
me have
can
a
do
little,
that in America. You can't do that here.
me have a little butcher shop. I just me get my oxtail. Me get the tail and me making cut it up the way me want it.
Yeah,
So,
me
Yeah.
not eat oxtail.
well, me love
It's
oxtail.
Yeah,
overrated.
Faye, you
No,
have to
no,
turn
sir,
around
it's
and watch
underrated.
Papa Winstone. Yeah, you need to watch Papa Winstone's channel. Trust me. Anything that you see or you may not like, he'll make it look juicy.
I know.
He will make it look.
I just don't like it.
Martin,
Hi, Martin.
Martin, one moment. I would love for Martin to come on the panel. Martin, if you don't mind, the link is in the comments. I would love for you to come up because Martin is Jamaican, but he does not live in Jamaica. I don't know if I'll leave him to tell you where he's from. I would love to know how he feels living in where he's from, which he might tell himself. And being a Jamaican, because like I say, Jamaicans are all over the world. It's a
Yeah.
lovely
Any
place
part
where
of
he's
war
at
you go,
right
you're
now.
bound to meet up one or
Anywhere
two.
he makes it look so beautiful. Happy Sunday to you.
So what?
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah.
look here.
That's fine.
I've
You
been
don't have
in
to put your camera on, Martin. You don't have to put your camera on. It's just
I've
for you
been
to
in the
speak.
States for
Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Bring in Martin there.
Yeah,
Is he
Martin,
coming in?
please, would you like to tell them where you're from or where you're at
he
the
says
moment?
with his son at the moment. He
Yeah.
said give him a minute,
But
yeah.
you can still come up on a panel. Yeah. I've been living in, look, see, he told you,
Yeah.
Taiwan for the last 5 years. See?
Nice.
Yes. And he
Me
makes it look so beautiful.
Pinky, I just say you want to go?
go down and go check him, you know.
Shauna's come off the screen. I think she'll be back in a few.
I think that's where
Yeah.
Pinky wants us to go next year.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Me still love the traveling, you know. That's why I'm joining the Air Force.
Baby.
What, again?
Mm-hmm.
Eh? Little one for you?
Yes. How do
Okay.
you find it living over in Taiwan, being a Jamaican, Martin? I would love to hear your views.
To me, living in a country, you just adapt and keep it pushing.
Did you need me?
You
True.
don't
No.
go there. You don't go to somebody's country and turn your nose up at their traditions and their the way of living. You do your thing, and if you don't agree with something that they do, you just don't do it. You just don't disrespect where you go, where you migrate
Exactly.
to go live.
Exactly.
You show wherever you go respect. It's like a lot of people travel to people's country and they want to say, "Oh, you do that? Ooh, I will never do that." So why you here? Why
Mm-hmm.
you visiting?
Exactly,
Don't
Martin.
visit
See,
unless
I
you
love
actually want
that.
to embrace yourself with the culture of
That's
the
it.
people you are
Yeah.
visiting.
And they
Period.
See,
Point
expect
blank.
they
Martin
ex-
says just have an open mind.
Have an
of
open
course.
mind.
Exactly.
And they
Yeah.
expect the
Yes.
same thing when they come to your country. They expect you.
Exactly.
So why
Exactly.
Yeah.
why you expect something different when you go out for them country?
It's
Exactly.
true.
You want to put your beliefs and your ways of living on them. No. No, you don't do that.
Oh, see, he said, but firstly, I had to reset up my taste bud.
Well,
See,
Mm-hmm.
the
for
same
that you
thing
have
we
to
was
do.
asking early.
Hey,
Yeah.
the one thing you can't eat anywhere in the world are vegetable, you know. So if you want to a
Listen,
vegetarian,
amen to that, young man.
vegetable
I
are the
don't know your
same
name.
thing.
Amen to that.
Martin. Oh, Papa Winstone.
Papa Winston, amen to that. Amen
Vegetable
to
are the
that.
same anywhere in the world. So you don't have to
Anyway,
eat the
pour some
meat.
salt and pepper pan and some
You not even
some
put
salt
nothing
and
on it.
pepper
You
and
can
some
eat it
Scotch bonnet
fresh.
pepper or whatever pepper hot pepper they have in the country, and you can't eat it and go on about
Right.
your business.
Right. So if you say the food not
Martin said,
right.
learning to live all over again. You're
That's
Yes.
learning to
true.
live all over again. Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's somewhere new.
New,
They have to
yeah.
learn everything new about there.
Even the language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
That's what
said
I
it. He
tell
said
people
a
all
lot.
the while. So when you say, you know, well, me know they meet dog. Well, you never do the research and know so dog is a cultural thing for them that them eat.
Exactly, and they
Right?
don't eat dogs off the
Well,
street. They eat the
And them a need
farm-raised
that,
Martin
yeah,
just,
dogs.
them raise them for just
Yeah,
like
for
when you
meat.
raise chicken
Yeah,
for meat and so forth. So
yeah.
you can't
yeah.
you can't discount people's culture. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what people do because we so called live in a modern society and
Mm-hmm.
eat monkey and all them
And
things.
then
Well,
eventually
and
our society end up mattering, because
that,
they can't come here and say, "Oh, yeah, eat that. I'm not eating that."
yeah,
You know.
and
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Martin
So
says Asian food is different. Different
Yes,
in
it is
what
Well,
way,
different.
Martin?
every food is different.
every
Yeah.
Every
food is
food is
different.
Mm.
different. And again,
Hey, God.
you have a choice in where you go, what you decide to eat, and what you don't decide to
They
eat. As
do
I
have a
say,
lot of food options in Asian,
Yeah.
vegetable is the same all across the world. So you can
all
if
across
you
the world. So
if you don't like the meats, because that's what people complain about, really and truly, is the meats,
Meat.
right?
Hmm.
like
Listen,
right
The
now, even I'm
I'm
sorry.
not ashamed
Well,
to say that
Martin says,
I've eaten what you call it there.
Guana
Hey,
lizard.
I've no frog.
there's nothing
oh,
wrong with
okay.
that.
No,
The
I went
chicken
to
me
St.
That's
not eat
Martin.
it.
chicken.
Listen, I
We
went
eat
to St.
alligator.
Martin. I went to St. Martin on cultural exchange, and they prepared beautiful table.
Spring
Like
chicken.
we all were eating. The person came around. The only thing, oh, bon appetit, good appetite. And where they, yes, food tastes good. Cause we think of chicken where I eat.
And it tastes like
Yeah, the
Lo
chicken,
and
frog
right?
legs look
behold,
like chicken. The frog leg look like chicken wings. Yeah.
listen, it was like chicken breast that we were eating.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was like when we were nearly through, everybody was there at the table enjoying themselves.
Mash it
Then the
up.
person asked me if we're enjoying the meat, and the boys were like, yeah, the chicken tastes good. It was like, no chicken, no chicken, spring chicken.
Yeah,
No
spring
cluck
chicken.
cluck cluck, spring chicken. So me I said,
Thank you,
then a
Coca.
bullfrog named spring chicken. The boys started to gag, them start to run from the table, them start to listen, me sit down and me finish eat my spring chicken, because it never make no sense, because me just did
Mm,
a skin my teeth and I tell you thumbs up a while
nice
ago.
already.
And
Yeah.
I tell you say it nice already. Me sit down and me finish eat my bullfrog, my love.
Me not eat. Yeah, you know
Wow.
what else? You know what else I tried to eat when I came to Jamaica one year, and Banga tried to
Rabbit.
he made great rabbit, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Oh,
All I
rabbit,
was seeing was
nice.
the little rabbit hopping around. I could not do it. I
Rabbit,
put it in my
nice.
mouth, and it was sitting on my teeth, and it was sitting between my teeth and touching my tongue a little bit, and I was like, I just couldn't do it. I was like, I was like, no, I
Mental,
couldn't do it.
mental
Martin
thing.
Martin
Yeah, it's a
Mental
says
mental
thing.
Asian
thing. It was a mental thing.
Martin says Asian has so much food and options.
I don't eat it
Yes.
They
alone.
actually
Every
don't eat
country.
dog in Taiwan. Oh, they don't eat dog in Taiwan. Okay.
Wait,
No,
what?
it's in
They eat it in
Korea
Korea and yeah, they
and
eat in
China.
In
Korea and
China.
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 I've been to Korea.
Okay.
I've been to Korea. May I tell you, it's not
Their
just
meat is
it's
more tender, if
A
you know
lot
what
of
I'm
a
Yeah.
lot
saying.
of people
I don't know
who
about that.
a lot of military people been to Korea.
But
Yeah.
but it's they ban
They
it in
are from the
South Korea
military
now. They
faith.
ban eating dogs in South
Hmm?
Korea now. They banned eating dogs in South Korea now.
You know, eat no
Are
bullfrog.
they?
Yeah, right. They ban it, but people still eat it though.
I hear you, Papa.
I
hear
used to
you.
throw salt
Hey,
at the bullfrog and melt them. I'm not eating it.
No, it's not
hey,
bullfrog. It's not bullfrog. Let's get it right.
hey,
It's
Father
spring
Dennis.
chicken.
We know you eat some alligator tail down in Florida, there, you know.
All
Wow,
right,
for real, Martin.
me not eat
Oh,
no
he
bull,
said
me
it's
not
the
eat no
best.
frog.
They eat
You know,
iguana.
alligator
They eat
tail.
iguana
Florida.
Trinidad.
no, not Trinidad. They eat it in
Florida.
Barbados.
no man, no
It's
stop.
Guyana.
Kenya,
Which one of them?
the one shit. I'm sorry, pardon me.
Florida.
No, they eat it in Florida too. They eat it in Florida, but
They eat in Trinidad too.
Yeah, they
oh,
do.
Yeah,
And
they
Cayman, they
do.
eat it
Barbados.
in Cayman.
It's
They
their
eat them in Cayman. They
delicacy.
actually catch them
Yeah, it's their
and ship them to other
delicacy.
countries. They
Yeah.
have hunters who go hunt them at night and clean them and catch them and send them and freeze them. They're like delicacy. They send them off to other countries and they eat them there.
Well,
And turtles.
in Florida, they're invasive, so you can't hunt as much iguana as you
Yes, the
want.
same thing in Cayman Island too. Same thing in the Cayman
You put your
Islands.
phone in.
I am terrified of them. I'm not eating it. I'm not going close. If I see one, I'm stuck. I
Me
can't
eat,
move. I'm
me eat
afraid.
alligator
One.
tail. Me go to Louisiana, me
I
eat
eat
alligator
alligator.
tail.
I do eat alligator. I eat
And that
gator.
tastes like, that definitely tastes like chicken, but I chew them fried not chicken grease still.
No.
Yeah, I eat that. I ate it at a restaurant up here. It's a restaurant here in Michigan called Fish Bones, and they
Yeah.
serve it as appetizers. Yeah, and I eat it. It's
Well,
good.
you know, anything you fry not chicken grease tastes like chicken, you know.
I
Buffalo is good.
personally,
I like bison meat. I like bison meat.
Yeah,
Bison
I
meat is
like
very
bison
good.
too. I had bison
Yeah,
in Colorado. Yeah.
yeah, bison meat is really good.
Elk.
I'm
Mad
a
elk.
very funny eater,
Yeah,
and there's a
we
whole
already
lot.
know that about you, lady.
Elk,
There's a
deer.
whole lot that I don't eat and would not eat. Even
That's
my
a,
own food, even my own Jamaican food. Yeah, that's why I don't go out and eat because they're picky too much. And I do not want people to say I'm scorning their food. So I prefer not to eat.
so
Auntie
you
Huh?
just,
Shirley,
yeah,
Hey,
Auntie
you have a
Shirley,
nothing
right
that
no
to
should
eat
way.
what
not
you
Shit.
stop
like.
you. That should
Shit.
not stop you from going out to eat because that is not you alone. That's 90, I'm
Right.
gonna say 75% of the world when they go to eat,
I
they
miss
have a hard time trying to figure out what they want to eat.
Yeah,
So
man,
when
eat
you
what
go
you
to eat, the
like.
best thing to do is to look at the menu or whatever you think you might eat at home. Just look at the ingredients that's on the menu and you say, oh, I eat that, I eat that, I eat that. Okay, I'm gonna get that. And it's gonna taste good.
Look, when me
And
a
that's the
pitney,
Li-
trick.
me
Hey,
couldn't even eat okra when me a pitney.
me
I
love
love
You
Listen,
eat
okra.
it
okra.
Me
all
couldn't eat
now.
okra.
I
I
love
know,
okra.
no, me love okra.
I
yeah,
love
You
it.
don't
Papa
eat it all
Winston.
now.
Eh?
Let
But
me let me
Twinny, you
teach you
eat
a new
anything
word. A
though.
new
I
word.
really
I
want to
am
know
a
what you won't eat.
vegetarian.
It-
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too,
but
cuz. Me too.
Yeah,
why, why
listen,
me a,
I am a vegetarian.
me a straight meatitarian,
Reggie,
you know.
what?
A
Meatarian.
vegetarian.
How
Straight
about that?
meatitarian.
I eat all
me,
vegetables and
I eat
me a
some meat.
straight
vegetables and I eat my
meatitarian.
meat. I'm a vegetarian.
And he's a meatarian.
You,
Well,
Me
you
you,
a
know what? I think I'm gonna
meatitarian.
take that back because I don't do pork, I don't do beef.
Oh, you need to know. Twinny loves a pork. Do not
Away.
talk anything on the pork. And you see when you look on his channel and you see when he's frying and he's doing his pork and
Yeah,
jerking
man,
up his
me will convert
he,
you.
Faye, he will convert.
You can't
Trust
no, you cannot
me.
hey,
convert me.
hey,
Faye,
hey, hey,
Can
Twinny,
he
Faye,
make me take you
Special
straight
K,
right
Faye,
now.
can he convert you?
Twinny,
Can
Faye,
he convert
I
trust
you?
take you
me.
straight.
The way
Look,
Watch,
how he makes it
whoa,
look
look.
good.
No,
Special
All
special.
you have
K,
to
I'm
do
will
not
is
you
gonna
just
eat
lie
smell
to
it.
pork?
you.
No.
Special K,
Watch
will
it,
you
How
put
watch
some
it.
pork
he
in your
makes
mouth?
it
Listen,
look good.
Twinny,
No,
Twinny,
listen,
you
Honestly,
watch
it
your,
can
Faye,
look like gold or platinum, me nah
it
near me.
look good.
Twinny,
Me nah
It
you
look
eat
watch
it.
your, you
juicy.
watch your
Me
show,
will
but when
get
you
sick.
cook
I
pork,
get
you
sick.
come
I
off
will
right.
get sick
Eh?
immediately. I couldn't eat it.
You watch your show, but when
Ooh,
you cook
duck
pork,
is
you come
good.
off right.
Duck
Duck
tastes
is
so good.
nice.
I mean, night.
Duck
Duck
I
is
is
love
good
duck
so
meat.
good.
looking.
I love duck
I love
meat.
duck.
You look
Duck
like you
I
like
is
love duck
so
meat.
Yes.
Me cook
good.
some duck too.
you like all
Yeah.
kind of meat, so nobody with it.
Look, let me tell you something. There's a
And I just
difference in
want to
when
tell
you
me a
smell it versus
vegetarian. This wine is
That's what I
divine.
said. You like all
there-
kind of meat, no matter what.
look, there's a difference in when you smell it versus when you just see it, you know. so,
Yes.
No,
so you can't
Me can't even stand the smell of pork I cook. Me can't stand it.
no
Give me an upset stomach.
I
when
can't
me, when
either. I can't.
trust me, when me cook it, you wouldn't even know. Yeah, by the
No,
time you're
I
done, by
You
the
know.
time
cook
you're
I
done,
beer
you'll
know.
have your
night.
finger.
I
It's
I
too
will.
know.
late.
Faye,
I tell you
You
how me
need
do.
to look on his channel. I'm gonna send you the link to his channel,
Okay.
and trust me,
That's
he
it.
makes
Bet.
that thing look succulent. I'm not gonna lie. I don't eat pork. I don't even like the smell of it. Ask mum. But Twinny makes me want to. He just in
Special,
his
Bet them
mouth
want turn you
watering.
in a trisexual. They want you to try anything once.
special. You just
Me
like
already
Tony.
try pork,
You
so me
mean
know
eat
about
any
it,
meat?
so, but I don't eat it. It just
No,
make me sick.
Yes. The two on we eat a meat,
Papa,
we call veggie
Papa.
meat here.
He just makes it look good.
Well, look,
Yeah.
He
I
makes
love,
anything
Look,
look good.
look. I
you
love
eat it because
seafood.
it look good.
I love seafood. I see food and eat it. That's how I say.
Lord have mercy.
Es-
Now if
Especially if
you're
you
not
drink
busy,
some
come by
sorry,
here.
right?
Hmm?
Especially if you drink some sorry.
Oh my
Mighty
No,
God.
I'm not.
God.
No,
With
I'm
white
good
rum?
today.
With white rum?
I'm good. Yes, with white
With
Look,
ronkers.
white
I'm
rum.
good. You
me have
know?
some sorry. Me have
You
some
know,
sorry
you
in
know,
the
me gonna put in,
basement.
you know, me gonna put in my shower this Christmas tequila. Me not
No,
put no white
don't do
rum. Me
that.
put some
Don't do
tequila
that.
in there.
Don't do that. We just have that
Cause,
conversation the
cause,
last night. No
cause
tequila.
you'll end up naked. Cause don't do it.
No, sir, me
Don't do it.
can't end up naked. Me can't outdo any.
Cause
Me can't
they were
outdo
telling us
anyone on the
yesterday.
panel when it
The
comes to
men were
tequila.
saying yesterday on the live that when you have tequila,
You
and
wake
you
up
have
naked
too
in
much
strange
tequila, it makes you
places.
naked. It
In
wakes
No,
up
strange,
it don't.
strange
entities,
No, that's
places.
strange
gin.
places.
Yeah,
That's
man.
gin. That's not tequila. That's
That's if
gin.
you know. Hold on. That's as if you're not
Bet.
used to tequila.
That's
When you
yeah,
drink,
exactly. There you go,
okay,
Father. There you go,
Papa
can,
Mr.
Dennis.
Murphy.
listen,
That's
I
if you don't
Patron
used
and
to
I me
it.
drink,
Yeah.
and I put tequila that, I mean, I know,
Mm-hmm.
naked. But when you have to do, me do, when you have to do.
Blessings, boss lady T.
Boss lady,
Yeah.
bless up.
Hey, listen, tequila.
Boss
You gotta know
lady.
what you're doing. You're doing the
Boss
tequila.
lady. Eh? What you say?
I say you gotta tequila is good. You can't mix it. Just
Blessings,
straight up
big
shot it.
boss.
That is it.
Straight
No,
up
no, I
shot it.
stick to I stick to
Why not
drinking
the day I
water.
cried?
Water?
We
Me
get
not go.
together. We get together, Mr. Murphy, and take a couple shots of tequila.
And that
One
means
day.
that is it.
Hey, boss lady
Eh?
T.
Nah, I drink no tequila, we don't know.
No, me not.
Who I run? How the foodie I run?
No, me
I
not
would
run.
drink water.
Yes, yes,
I
I
Look,
would
mean,
drink
me just,
water and mind
Me
my
very me
business.
look,
I
me
am
just I tell
very
you, say,
lighted. The ginger beer drunk me.
Drink
you
water
never,
and
look,
mind my
What?
look,
business.
only never there at the bar last night, cause no, I know me I talk about.
Talk
Yeah,
about yes.
The bar
remember,
open last tiki bar open
remember
last
some of
night, and
that.
me telling you already say every time I drink tequila, I wake up naked in strange places. So I not drink tequila no
Oh
more.
my
Hold on.
word.
So
Hold on. Hold on.
Exactly.
Spike your drink.
Winston.
no, nobody not spite me drink. I
Winston.
just eh?
And that's why your wife come get you last night.
Yes, that's why
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
you know what when
Hey!
you be around bar late, wife have to come get you.
Papa Dennis,
Eh?
we Papa AG went missing for a while, for a whole day. I message him all today. I message him
I
and I
saw,
couldn't
Nah,
find
answer.
him. And the only time I see him was a few minutes ago. He just come on
Just wake
the
up.
live,
I saw long it
just
take you.
wake up to say hello. So he went missing. The tequila got
Wow.
him
So you
too.
can't handle alcohol at all.
No more
Who?
tequila. Yeah.
The tequila,
I tell
the
you,
tequila.
ginger beer drunk
All the
me.
men were saying
Me
tequila.
not, well, me not
It
say me can't
ends up,
drink, Me just
yeah.
telling you say when me drink tequila,
Mhm.
it's a
Eh.
different
No man,
a
you're
different things
lightweight.
happen.
You're lightweight. Go eat your pork. Go eat your pork,
I
man.
saw
Like you
you
can't go
say,
eat pork,
all
make you
right.
can't drink enough.
No,
Well, if
Faye,
I
you
look,
don't know Twinny.
come at the
Trust
rum bar
me.
then. Come at the rum bar
Come.
if you feel like so we are
Yes.
lightweight.
You need
Come
to
at
Me
the
go
not drink
down
rum, me
there.
drink tequila.
Hey, listen, man. Winston.
eh?
Yeah, yeah. I invite people to come
No,
around
come
bar. We
on.
don't make it
Yeah
a rum
man.
bar.
Never come out for
Anytime
this
when you're
now.
ready.
I'm have a,
Anytime.
Yeah.
I think we need
I'm
a group
dying
team
to
to come
go.
around bar. They come and see who are going
Where
what.
rum by there? It went by there in Jamaica, America.
No,
No,
Maryland is there.
America.
I'm my bar man.
Maryland is there.
Maryland me there.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm in Michigan.
I walk there far. Right down the
Is
Uh,
it?
road.
You can make it down?
Yes.
Country mile
Yes.
that.
Make it.
Can you
Country
make
mile
it?
that.
You need to see his bar. He built it up himself, and it's beautiful
you have it
Faith,
in
you
your
have to do a
basement?
road trip.
No man,
You have
in
to
his
do a road
yard.
no,
trip,
but this is
Faith.
the basement bar here look for now. Me I talk about my tiki bar outside and we have
Oh, the one outside for the summer. Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
Saturday now, every
No,
Saturday
I got you.
from
I got you. I have built a
from
big
now
one in
on,
my basement.
Yeah, man. Every Saturday from now on, we're gonna have the Tiki Bar chat. So make sure someone link up Saturday 6 o'clock. Yeah, man. We just opened the bar
Yep.
yesterday.
We
Yeah,
just
man.
opened it yesterday.
Only travel me I do right now. I'm a birthday for the in July.
Just come in for the live, man. Just come in
Just
for the
Yeah,
come
me
on
live.
the
coming for the
live.
live and take a couple shots.
Yes.
Saturday,
Yes.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Chronicle.
Yeah.
Send Charmaine the digits.
All right.
All right.
But Mama Charmaine had her coffee and
Yeah, man.
her rum yesterday and
Coffee
she
and
wasn't.
Baileys. Coffee and Baileys
Yeah.
is good.
20,
It was just woo.
20.
Yes.
Send my number to Father Dennis and Sister Charmaine so we can link
I
up.
will do. Yeah, I will do.
Yeah,
I'll
we
do that
link
now.
up. Yeah.
No pork, no pork.
No pork. No.
No, seriously. Yes.
Me cook everything, man. Me cook everything. So
No,
Yeah,
give that to
the
everybody.
thing with me, Mr. Winston, the thing with me and the pork.
Mhm.
You can't put me out and meat them on the grill with him. Me not eat.
No,
me.
me not do that. Me not mix my grill
Okay.
them, man. Me not mix my grill them.
Okay.
Me have 13 grills.
Okay.
Ooh,
Him not
Jesus.
mix
Exactly.
and mingle,
So
man.
me have to
Cuz
say, do you cook
you're
for
not
people?
looking.
You
Go
know
and
watch the
watch his
channel.
channel.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
hold
got
on.
52,000 subscribers and still growing. We're getting into the 100K. You know,
Wow,
yeah,
Remember
okay.
Friday.
So you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Who
gonna do?
has it
Twinny
Never
been?
come on your channel.
experience.
I'm gonna come on your channel and get some of your
Winston,
recipes
how much
because
is
I like to
subscriber?
try new recipes.
Yeah, man.
Papa
Anytime you're
Winstone,
ready.
Twinny.
Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, he has 52,000 and growing. We're getting into the 100K. He's doing
Yeah, me I think I
amazing.
try some. Me I think I try some of your recipes. Me like to try new recipes.
Yes, man.
Yes,
Listen
I'm
to
he's
me.
a
cater
foodie.
to
Hey,
everybody. Me
hey,
cater
my
to
name is
everybody.
original. I mean original foodie. You know, me
Me
like to
too.
eat.
Me too.
No, you don't know about Twinny, Faye. My Twinny, he
Food in
Papa
my middle
Winstone
name.
still bro. Yes.
No man, that honestly seriously, that's my nickname. They called me when I was living in Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Watch the channel, man. Coming
Hey,
around.
me I hear
Hey,
about
that,
the
me
Bad
that,
me I hear
Dennis.
about the roast
listen,
fish.
me
I
and
hear about the
Marga
roast
is
fish
pitney,
yesterday.
right? Me and
Yeah,
Marga is
man.
pitney and me eat the most food.
What that?
Me and the Marga is pitney and me eat the most food.
Me
I
eat the
saw it
most.
how it's
Mhm.
go.
My mother used to say, you know, on a belly bottom.
Hold on.
Big
A
boss lady bless up.
regular thing that we Maga people, you know.
Yeah,
Hey.
It
man.
goes straight to them too.
Hey, and don't boil no soup, you know. No boil no soup because if you boil no soup, hey, that the part they done.
Yo, you know,
Oh yeah.
you see, me just put a big pot
Yeah,
of soup
you
on
need
there.
he's just done a pot of soup. You need to
Yeah.
go check the channel, cuz.
Yeah, man,
I'm going to send you the link.
My GSC brother, GSC me used to go, so my GSC brother them used to come link me every year. Yeah, man, put on a whole heap of food we cook, man.
What
What
is
Yeah,
nice?
man.
What is nice soup?
Eh?
What is nice soup?
What do you mean, what me doing in soup?
What was in the soup?
Oh, chicken soup. Me do a chicken
No,
soup, cause everybody know eat managed water. So me
the
make
two pot
chicken
of soup
soup.
you make.
We love all of them.
No, man, I
Any
want
soup
big
you want. You
pot
can't
of
give me the
soup.
Jamaican soup, the American soup, the Canadian soup. You can give whatever soup me I drink.
Yeah,
And
man, I love
Faye,
soup.
Faye,
Love soup. Love
Faye,
soup.
when I turn around and
I
tell
love
you,
the
you see how
Vietnamese.
my twin is talking, yeah? And when I'm talking about when he does his big pot of food, yeah? You don't know, when he gives you a sample plate, his sample plate is like a proper...
Brother
Just
Dennis,
watch.
watch my
Mama
high
Shaw
school, my high
knows.
school reunion.
Sample
Watch my high
plate
school
ain't
reunion
sample
video.
plate.
All right.
Yeah, man, watch the high school reunion video. Me make a big pot of soup and whole heap of food. Whole heap of
Wait a
food.
minute. Is the high school
Exactly.
reunion for America, high school reunion for Jamaica?
No, Jamaica,
America.
GSC. Jamaica College me used to go.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
graduated from
so you lived
GSC.
in Jamaica for a long time.
Yes, man.
Oh, yeah. I came to America when I was a kid. So,
Okay. Yeah, man. I grew up
yeah,
born and grow Jamaica.
I'm more American than I am Jamaican.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Born and grow Jamaica. GSC me graduate from.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not as smart as I look.
Alayate. Alayate. I got it here. Okay, I got it. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
please do. Because it's not a joke. When he turns around and tells you about his food and stuff, he's doing amazing.
But that's a good thing though, that I like people who know how to cook. To me, I always say, right, And I know
Hi,
that a lot of
Donovan.
people, a lot of
And the boys
Americans
and
look
girls.
at me when I
You
say
know,
this.
both man's
Blessings.
boys and girls.
I say if I met any Jamaican man that can cook, me not talk to me. You're
Yeah,
worthless.
that talk. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
talk to
You're
me.
right. You're
You
right. That talk
can't
to
even be
them.
my friend. Not
Yeah,
talk to
man.
me. You're worthless.
Yeah,
If you can't
yeah,
cook,
Because
yeah.
one thing me grew up with is men cooking in Jamaica. Men cook in Jamaica. And man food tastes way better than woman food to me.
You know, my
I,
mother
I,
said
I'm
the
not.
you know, my
hold
mother
Listen,
said the
and I'm
same
a
thing.
woman.
My mother said the same thing. You know.
Hold on. So that's all you find good in a man?
No, but that's a good trait to have.
Father Dennis,
Jamaican
no
men,
start them argument there. You know.
Jamaican men.
No, Papa Dennis. Papa Dennis
that
is gonna
hey,
start a trouble.
save
No,
that for the bar. Save
that's
that
one
for
of
the
the
rum
good
bar.
things.
Save
That's
that for
one
the
of the
tiki
good
bar.
things. That's one of the good things with Jamaican men. I know a lot of
Okay.
people like to say Jamaican man this and Jamaican man that and blah
Yeah,
blah
man.
blah.
We know if you
But
cook.
they know if it cook.
And why
And
is it
one thing they know if it clean, they know if it wash, they know
Eh?
if it take care of themselves. If you know what I'm saying, if you meet
Hold
one
on,
that
hold on,
don't know
hold
how
on,
to
hold
do
on.
anything,
Then they don't
no,
know.
they're not good.
Hold on. They don't know if you take care of a woman. That you say? Come in here
Yes,
and
they know to take. Listen, I'm just saying the traits with the man. I'm the don't. We're not going to man and woman situation right now. I know
which
that
situation
subject
they
with
are
the
going?
fun. With the fun
Are
subject.
you started, you know? Are
With
you started? Okay. So, all right, come again. We don't come again.
Mama Shaw. Mama
Look here now.
Shaw. Da
My
da
roll call, you
dee.
know,
Da
guys.
da da.
My roll call.
Hey,
So,
Roland.
All right then, Tash. Have a good
yeah,
night.
go, yeah, go for now leave you know, again.
All
Okay,
right
bye,
then.
baby.
Take care.
All right, bless up everybody. Have a
All
great
right.
night,
You too.
Good
everyone.
night.
Night,
Take
night.
All
care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right,
Bye
good night.
bye.
All right.
Oh, Jessica.
Put me on the
Bye,
time.
Jess.
How much that?
What happened?
Time
I
out
left
number
out.
3.
Everybody I left
Thank
out.
you for
Okay.
coming.
Yes, sir. I just see
Yeah.
theory left. Who else left? What's the name? I was
Yeah,
4
man. It
with
was a
there.
joy. It was a
Now we have
joy.
4 with there.
You see how we try to keep the live them short, but the vibes is nice enough.
Ma-
Yeah, the
Always.
vibes nice. When y'all talk to your own people, the vibes always nice.
Vibes nice, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Papa Dennis, me have friends and family down in a Fort Lauderdale, you know. So anytime we
Eh?
touch down that way, there, we definitely have to link up.
See, you can't work, you know. Because,
Yeah, me got people in
yes, you know,
Florida
but,
too, but don't ask for where
you
they
know,
live at. But me know them, me talk to them, but don't ask where they live at.
Yeah, man, because my high school reunion is in
but,
Fort Lauderdale every year. So,
oh,
Um,
see. No, I tamper me there,
me not
but,
got to feel my high
oh,
school
Tampa, you
reunion.
there? Me have
yeah,
a bridge.
but me come down there more time still.
Okay. Me
Because,
never go to Tampa yet, but I love to visit down in my bridge down there too.
yeah, well, me don't, I mean,
Right now, Twinny
at
and
least,
Papa Dennis are holding a competition because they don't stay one place. They could be here today, and as soon as you week, they're gone
And
somewhere else.
that's a good
They're
thing.
somewhere
And that's
else
a
on the
good thing.
island.
And that's a
Now
good
no,
they
no.
thing.
know they'll be running competitions with each other. That's another different subject when it comes to these
Listen,
military men.
That's a good
Yeah.
thing.
for the next 6 weeks, I'm traveling every freaking week.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
wow,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
And I'm
beautiful.
like, oh,
That is
no, man, me
lovely.
get tired of
I
that,
want to be
man.
like you when I grow up.
Listen,
That's what I keep saying. I
it
keep
gets
saying the
old.
same thing, cuz.
No, I did it for a while, and I listen. When you just started, have fun, you know. Man, I tell you, I wanted to fly, right?
Mm.
And after I travel so much, I was taking airplane more than I was driving.
Okay, but listen
Mm.
to this though.
Yeah,
Today, today,
yeah.
I got my global entry TSA Nexus pre-check.
Me have that long
I
time.
am ready for the skies.
Me have that long time.
I am ready for the
Yeah.
skies. Listen, I've been wanting to get it, but I was
Congratulations.
kind of afraid. And I am ready for the
Yeah.
sky because I've been traveling. I travel.
Yeah,
So it's
man. The
like,
global
why
pass is
not?
the best thing. The global
Why
pass is the
not?
best
Why
thing.
not? I'm not standing no more long lines. I'm not taking no more
Yeah,
shoes
man.
off. I'm not doing
Definitely
none of
worth
that.
it. It worth
Bye
it.
with them days.
Yeah,
Done
man.
with them
Yes.
days. Yes.
Long time. Me have
That's the
global
thing.
pass from it just start out. So it's the best thing for have.
Yeah, man.
If you
What?
You just
travel
got to declare
overseas,
Hold on.
everything. Because if they catch you with something you're not supposed to have, your dog name your supper.
yeah, man. But the best part is you can bypass a lot of things in
A
a
lot
different
of things.
airports. Cause me never
Yeah.
even when we go to Bahamas there, they never realize that their global pass is actually in the Bahamas. So if you go through them global pass in the Bahamas, when you reach at the States, you don't have to even worry about it because you already got through the global pass.
Okay. Okay. How did
And
you
when
see? How do you find the Bahamas?
huh?
I.
How
It's
do you find the
interesting.
Bahamas? How did you
This
like it there?
Oh, I loved it.
okay.
I
Bahamas
didn't
is
like it.
great.
It was boring to me. Oh,
Where
I
you
couldn't
go?
The
stand
first,
it.
Where you stay?
Me never
Okay,
stay nowhere. Me did up on a cruise ship and did I
Oh
feel like I did
no.
something. It was awful.
We stay
where
for
you
a
go?
week.
You go to Nassau?
Yeah, we stayed in Nassau for a week.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, you was there for a while. It was so boring. It's like I did the city tour and it took 25 minutes. I was like, this is it?
Yeah, no, I have never been on a cruise. I do
me,
destination trips.
yeah,
Yeah, we just went
Nassau.
on a cruise. Me and my ex went on a cruise there, and cause I
That's
just
probably
wanted
why you
to.
never like it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was boring. The food was disgusting. I did not like it.
No,
I keep on
man.
asking people
No.
like, can I get some hot pepper?
You
Can
got
I get something?
you got Nassau? You got
Was it Nassau we landed or was it it wasn't Nassau. Was it Nassau Island we landed? We docked in. I can't even remember.
no
What
man.
cruise
If you
ship you
go
go
on
on?
Nassau,
Huh?
What cruise ship you go on?
I was a stupid cruise ship too. I would have never went back on that cruise ship. It was what Margarita Villa de Sea was like the dirt cruise ship of the all cruise ships.
Are you kidding me?
is that
I'll never ever go on that thing again.
is that
Hold
Ever.
on for what?
so like it up
Because
on a pirate ship?
no, because I do carnival religiously, right? But somebody tell me say them offer deal to military people, right? I mean, all you pay is taxes on it,
Blessings, Monix.
and they come into Tampa, right? So last week,
Take care, Manix. Good
when I
night.
was last week, I was telling me that, and I'm like, okay, I'm probably try it. But if you have to tell me say that
Night,
there,
money.
Listen, let me tell you something. Margarita Villa de Sea, right? It's
yeah,
their swimming pool is like a hot tub, and the hot tub is like a kiddie pool.
that's it,
So like okay, where they come out
Listen,
of? Where?
Tampa,
Florida.
Tampa. I saw
Tampa?
it leaving out of Tampa. I saw it there at the port.
Yeah. It's if you get it free, do it. But if you gotta pay, don't do it.
No, but I get free cruise on Carnival too.
Well, listen, I'm telling you, Margaritaville was not it.
I think Carnival go out of Baltimore, Tina.
That
Yes,
was
they
not
do.
it. And the thing about it, that
They,
was my first cruise, and I was so disappointed.
Yeah, man. It's all
why
like
don't
you're
you
up on
try?
a raft
Yeah, my room
versus a
was
cruise.
nice. I'm gonna give them this. My room was nice, and my private dinner was good. But everything else was like bottom. It was like bottom of the barrel.
So why don't you try
Okay.
Carnival to see it?
I will next time. My cruise that I want to go on is the one in Spain, the Mediterranean, in that I want to go on that Spain cruise.
Yeah, I have a couple offers for Europe, Australia, right? And just port charges, to be honest. The thing is, I don't have the time to take it because I'm
Mm.
on with all
How
the
long is that? How long is that cruise?
14 days.
14 days, 13
Oh.
You
hours.
know what? I'm gonna tell my ex about these things. Maybe he want to go by himself because he's military.
Yeah. What?
He's ex-military. My ex.
You sure you don't want to go with the ex?
No.
Yeah, that me I say, cause she come like
No,
say,
no. I'm good, baby.
Oh,
Woo!
you're not
You
sure?
don't start the next topic.
I'm good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we talk about traveling. We good.
wanna live
I'm
better,
good.
wanna live better as ex as that one
That's what
live
I'm
Yes,
saying.
together.
definitely.
That's what I'm
But I
saying.
will not be going on a vacation with somebody who sleeps all day.
What?
Sorry. I'm a very adventurous person, and I
Sleep
can't
all
go
day?
nowhere where you're sleeping all day.
I'm an boring man if I got him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do the boring. I don't do boring.
But for the trips for Nassau, right? I mean, the Bahamas, they have one Bimini. It's a small little
Yeah,
resort,
about it.
right? It is look like some have some money down there, you know. Cause when you go down there, see some private place set up down there. Like, boy, where the money come from? Heavy
It's
money.
just like in the Cayman Islands.
Not
Cayman
quite.
Island, they're full
No,
of money people in the Cayman Island.
no,
Cause
no.
Oprah who
Okay.
host in the Bahamas. Them have
Bimini,
some
Bimini
money
is
down there.
not. Bimini is nothing close to the Bahamas. I mean, Cayman Islands.
Cayman,
I
yeah.
I have a friend of mine that I met when we went to class one time, you know, and he's a Cayman guy. So when we come in, we call him and him carry me over the whole of Cayman, on the other side of Cayman, right? And that place, man, some heavy money down there, right?
Yeah, some heavy money
Yeah,
down
man.
there.
And some nice places, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Before that, I was just, focused. I was just staying into the port
It's
area.
very small. It's very small.
Yeah, but when it take me there, it's small, but it's big.
It's small but it's big. Yeah.
Exactly,
And
because
they have so much cars, so it's like it takes you a long time to
no,
drive the
well,
whole island.
true. But when he took me over to the other side of the island, which I didn't even know exists, you know,
That's Cayman Brax or
yes,
Little
that
Cayman, yeah.
you might tell me where that are the rich people and live over this and all them kind of thing. You understand? So
Yeah.
really, really in Bimini, when you go in there, it's like that you got one hotel down there. What's the name of the hotel again? But an holiday, Bimini, baby. That big hotel, right? They got that big hotel, nice one, and they got some private place resident. But it look like people come in there and buy them place there, money people, and left them. You know, them only come into
It's a lot of boarded up, abandoned, shut down places over there.
no, not in
That a
Bimini.
lot of family members, the people own them, you know, but they're not put nobody in them. They're not make nobody touch them.
No, baby girl, me I talk about in Bimini, not Bimini. Me say
Oh,
money.
in Benimi. Okay, okay, okay. I
Yes,
got
it's
time
a
from
little,
Cayman.
it's
Okay,
kind of a
okay.
little, it's like a little private resort,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Come in there and just, you know, for the weekend or with a couple of days, but people with the dollars, them buy them right there when you go in there. Once you go in from the boat and you go into the area, you see all them house, man. Me I talk about a couple $1 million house, nice, and the yacht them when me see out there, me like that.
Can go fishing.
Yes, man, you enjoy it. You like what you see there.
That's
You know?
look. That's what me say. Me want go up on a cruise, but me don't know if the first cruise I'm gonna do. What I gonna be 14 days, cause Linda like the water.
No,
You
take,
know?
Let's do 5.
So
do five. If you do, if you do a
Trini,
5,
you don't like the water. You could swim and dive and
no,
everything.
I love
But
the
look
me
at the
say
little
Linda like the
paddling boat you
water.
went
Me
on the
love,
other
No, he
day.
likes the water. The
me
wife
love,
doesn't like the
yeah,
water.
Linda like the
Oh,
water.
so
If
do
me sleep on the boat, she gets seasick.
so Winston,
yeah.
do 5. You can do 5 out of Tampa or Port Canaveral, which is in Orlando.
Yeah, yeah.
I can do it out of Miami.
4.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, well, 5 or 4. If you go 4,
We're
it's
gonna
only.
try. We're gonna try a cruise. We're gonna try a
If,
cruise. We want
if
to do
you do
like a 5-day
if you,
cruise.
if you do yeah, if you do 4, you're only gonna get one port, and most of the 4-day only take you into either Nassau or Cozumel.
So I'm to the 7-day cruise.
7-day will give you 3 ports. If you do it out
Okay.
of which one I do 7-day now, baby? Out of Port Canaveral? Yeah, I think Port Canaveral you got the Vista. I know all the ships them, but anytime you plan it, they'll link me with me first, so I kind of give some heads
Okay.
up on it.
Okay, we'll talk to her.
You
I
are a
forgot.
very good traveler. That's wonderful. You're somebody who travels a lot, and that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Me say, listen,
Like I
Me can't
said,
adapt. Me
hey,
can't adapt to anything, but me have
you
to think
can
about
wink
that.
right now and he will be here. And when you wink, he's somewhere else.
But that's a good thing. That's what life is all about. You can't sit down there just sit up on your
hey,
back and not do nothing.
do you know I was supposed to be on a cruise yesterday?
Hey,
For
look at that.
real?
Yes,
Wow.
and me just come off Monday.
See, only special.
Okay,
Wow.
right. But what happened
See?
is my office. My office is in Texas. You see, and so something got on, and my boss did up on COVID for a week, so he wasn't able to communicate with me. And me have this thing already booked out, and him said, "Listen, you gotta
That
be here."
much of your plan.
Yes, him said, "Me have to be there next week." I said, "No, man." He sometimes said, "Listen, man, you're the one that approved my leave, you know, and you should have known it already. So hey, and it will cost me money." So my backtrack now. Him say, "All right, tell you what, I was supposed to go there Thursday, and Friday I would come back, which is my day off." So I said, "Tell you what, may I go ahead and cancel it and just get this thing over with." So no, lo and behold, now, me I go in Tuesday and come back Thursday, and then the following week, Monday, me go on Kansas City, Missouri, Monday to Thursday, and the other following week,
And Sunday we got
we go on cruise again, and then we come back, me go on back
Not easy.
to the whole week.
Yeah, no.
So,
I
But
told you think it's
it's
dope.
good.
wait,
It's good when your job can
wait,
allow you to travel like that. It's a
wait,
beautiful
man.
thing.
No, business and pleasure me I deal with. What you talk about?
Mm.
One of them are cruise, 3 of them are the job, and when me come up, me I got Jamaica from
See him,
June
sir. See him,
June
sir.
June 8th to
See him,
the
sir.
15th. You think me a skin teeth?
All
And
right,
so
so
me
we're
road
gonna talk. We're gonna talk then, guys. We want to do a cruise, but as what I said, that's up to
yeah,
Lynn, guys. She's the one that me can't angle
the water,
the
but
boat.
you
But
know, like,
me not like the claustrophobic. Me not like in a one space too
Don't
long.
stay in a closed room. Say you get your open
you want?
room.
Well,
But me
okay,
not want to the ocean either.
well, off a while. Now make up
if
your
me
mind.
if me see water, me can't fish. Me not like that either. Me have to have a pool in the water. Anytime I see water, me want fish.
No, yeah, but you can't fish on the ship.
Me
You know,
know.
No, you can't.
That's my whole point.
The
yeah,
fish is a hotel. The fish is a hotel on water. Sometimes you don't even know say up on the water unless you look over.
That's some year.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that's just a float. It's a floating hotel. That's what they call it. But
But
listen,
when me there, I would tell me not like staying in my room. Me like go out the door and see what
you
go
know,
on.
you know, who's saying that? Who said
You're gonna
Nobody
see a
that?
lot
stays in
of
that.
you're gonna see a
Nobody
lot
stays
of
in their
No,
room on a
people.
cruise ship.
No one stays in
Nobody
their
stays in
room.
their room. You
Listen to
go
me,
to
man.
the casino, you go to eat, you go do
Yes,
some games, you go
yes,
dance, coco mina, whatever. Them a play for you
exactly.
if you dance.
You got a
You,
nightclub. You go check out a
yeah, you
store.
go
You
to the
go this.
club.
But
Yeah, you go to
look,
the comedy
comedy
show if they're
store.
having a
All
comedy
kind of
show.
activities are
You know
going there
stuff like
time
that.
time.
but look,
Once
me have
once
me
you
have one of the,
start, you're not gonna
look,
go back.
you have to come visit me because me have one of the best casino in Maryland, right across from me yard.
Really?
So.
Yes.
No, but me better me no come.
Me either.
As a matter of fact, I then me I left me I left right there. Over there me I go right there now.
Listen to me.
Mm-mm.
All right, he's not
Okay.
coming.
You,
He's not coming.
you should,
When I come visit, when you
hey,
come
You
on
see?
Maryland.
listen. You know they have the Hard Rock Casino just 20 minutes down from your house.
Me know. Yeah.
From the one at Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
Oh,
the
from
one
your
at Tampa.
house. Okay.
Me I do the one at Tampa, and me I do the one on Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
Same,
man.
the two of them.
Maryland Life there, me can see the sign from my house.
And one
That's
from the
all.
Coconut Creek.
Yeah. I
One
one of the best
Me
best
will go to the casino, but I me I spend a $20 and run. Me
No, sir,
not
you know,
spend.
then you don't forget a casino then.
And
No,
that me I say,
me not like gamble.
Daniel said, nah,
you
come
know,
no big stone. You shouldn't tell her
Me
about the
not
casino.
like gamble. Me not like lose my money. My money precious to me.
then when we go to Bahamas, when we there in Nassau, them have one big one in Nassau. I can't remember the name, mate.
Me know, yeah, wait name, Atlantis.
No, not the one at Atlantis. There's one right on not Atlantis, there's another one.
The other one I'm not tell about, I've never been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Them, me never been
It's
to that one.
nice.
But
It's
me,
nice.
me got the one at Atlantis.
No,
I
me
mean,
never go over Atlantis. But
I mean,
there was one right downtown in
me
Nassau.
about me have to take the bus to go down. And bus number 12 them say to take to go down there.
No, sir, me take a
Where you
taxi,
get-
man.
Wait,
Never
taxi.
driver. Me have connections, man.
No,
Never
but you
driver.
remember say they did it long, you know, with your cup on a cruise.
Yeah. But if you ever go back down there on a cruise, just let
No,
me know. Me will link you with him because him reasonable and him know the
Papa, I
island
sent you
inside
the
out.
Papa Dennis. I sent you the link,
all
the
right.
number.
Yeah, that work, man.
Yeah,
You know,
man. They're
listen,
gonna make a link because that's what
me
me
dip on
say.
the water twice a month, you know, Dan. So, you know, you go. I mean, listen. Me
You
now know
remind
young.
me of my play auntie. She's always on a cruise somewhere, always traveling somewhere. She's
Yeah, me
always
have,
gone.
Listen to
And
me.
she lives in Florida. That's what you
The,
remind me of. She's
the
always gone somewhere.
only picnic me have my granddaughter.
That's
You
Mama
understand?
Charmaine and Papa Dennis.
I tell you.
Like I
And
said, you'll blink and they're somewhere else.
they gone.
Mhm.
Listen, that's a,
And that's the reason why
I
too.
love
I
them
don't
to the
really go a
max.
lot of places. I do try to go at least twice or three times out of the year somewhere. But I
listen to
have my grandbabies that I help to help my daughter and my son-in-law because
me.
they work at a hospital and he's in construction, so the hours are weird.
I,
So I have to like help them drop off, pick up, and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be
that
such a
is it.
burden on them.
Me know it. Listen, I need her birth certificate and she a cruise with it too. But me I try to
yeah.
get
Them
it
a
to
You
figure out
see?
school. Them a figure out school.
what? At 9 months, you not going to school.
Oh no. Mine's are 3 and 7.
If you want to carry her with me, man, because boy,
Yeah.
at least 7 worry about her. That is it. You know,
Me I
but
go get a break cause in June. Them I got Jamaica for stay with them grandmother for the summer.
you know, when you got Jamaica again.
Oh me?
Uh,
Me don't know. Me go down there one day. When I got Jamaica auntie,
well, you me a talk about.
me I ask auntie if she a go
Hopefully,
down there.
hopefully the end of this month.
End of
Oh
this month.
hey, look
Our
by
month.
ya.
What?
Oi,
Me
oi.
can't come because me a plan. Look
You
by
go with that?
ya.
All right,
Well
Auntie,
deserved.
Portland.
Portland
Well
to the
deserved. Okay, enjoy
But
yourself,
Well
auntie.
deserved.
Yes,
If time
enjoy.
me can't meet you down there.
I'm just gonna rest, my dear. Rest me a rest.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
last
coming
me,
to visit your auntie.
me go down the last June night street, me say, guess what? Me have to go back and make the chip. Me say, boy, me mango, me yam Easton and mango, boy, stone dog. And Julie.
Listen,
Ah,
I think that's down there right now. They have a lot of that down there right now.
I want
Yeah.
you listen.
But
Mango.
East Indian,
Yes,
Yeah, East
and
Indian.
love East
Wait,
Indian mango, the
just
best one.
I
hey,
And
just
you know,
get
stirrup.
some
I
All
think
from
right,
stirrup
no,
is
no,
in
no.
season too.
Julie,
Stirrup
Julie
is in
mango, my
season two
favorite
down
still.
there.
Julie
yeah.
mango, my favorite.
Well,
Julie,
listen, until you get some sweet East Indian.
eh?
Majority nice, no.
No,
But
Julie
East Indian,
mango, my favorite because you
Oh,
can
wait,
eat
okay, so the one that is long and look like a longy
East
East
Indian,
Indian.
mango.
that.
East
East
Indian.
Indian.
That's a East
That's my
Indian.
favorite. That's my
I,
favorite.
now
Julie,
tell you,
Julie are my favorite because you can eat the
no,
skin and everything. When you get that
get
nice ripe Julie mango,
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is wash it and you eat the whole thing.
Yeah, you eat
the
the
one
whole
on.
thing.
You know, eat the
Okay.
skin with the East Indian too.
No, sir.
No,
Huh?
I don't.
No, you don't get the right East Indian.
This
No,
the
yes. No,
skin.
man.
The skin be
Listen,
kind of hard
No,
sometimes.
East
yes,
Indians, yeah. East
okay, listen.
Indians sweet.
There's
But
East Indian and there's East Indian.
Julie are the best. Julie, you
Me
can't
know
eat the
Julia
whole
can eat
mango.
the skin
The only
anywhere.
thing you
All the,
can't eat from the Julie are the seed.
You know
and,
something?
and you
The
know
black,
and you
the
know I
bluey
don't like
mango.
those
Have you ever
mangoes.
guys ever eat milky or bluey?
I don't
no,
like those mangoes, because they're too foody to me. Just
Yeah,
like
man.
meat,
Then
not like
stringy
They're too
mango,
which,
ear
foody.
mango, all
which
them
Me
one?
nah
mango
eat
there.
no
Julie?
stringy mango, no ear
Now
mango.
eat no
Me dash
stringy
them the
mango,
way.
but give me black
Me, no-
mango. I love
listen,
me local black mango.
Black mango
listen to me.
good too. I like black
Me nah
mango.
go to Jamaica go eat no stringy. Me
Me
I eat
nah go
black
Jamaica go
mango.
eat no string either. Me no
And
want
that me I
to.
say.
Cause it's
Stringy
stuck
is
in your
otherwise
teeth.
known as common mango.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on,
Me
mango,
no
yeah.
yam common mango. Don't give
Mm-mm.
boy a come give me no mango and give me no common
Yeah, you
mango.
come on, fool.
Me no eat fowl.
He's a vegetarian.
Oh, it's a veg. Oh, okay.
Listen,
Okay.
me listen, if me can't see you cook my food, me no want it, you know.
Julie mango the best mango.
That
You
is
can't
it.
say that.
Listen. Julie, me eat some
Julie.
Julie.
Hey,
Because when it
we have a
when it
mango.
when it
We have a
ripe,
mango on our land.
Eh?
Name starchy
I said,
mango. Nobody else don't have that. That mango beat
no,
every mango you
And
can
no.
it's, is
stop.
it still
which one?
Bambi,
there?
Bambi
Which one?
mango, Bambi mango I go fill you up. If you can only eat one
Yeah,
Bambi mango,
yeah,
because them big, you
yeah,
know.
then I heavy like then I
No,
sweet like the Julie.
Bambi are heavy. Bambi are the
Then
biggest mango.
yeah.
Bambi are the biggest, largest
The
mango you
mango that
can
look
get.
like it big like your head, right?
Yeah, man. Bambi are the
Yeah,
big one.
that's a big mango. One person can't eat that.
Yeah, man.
That's called beef
Hey,
mango.
I just get some mango from the Gambia. They're big like the East Indian mango them, but it have a taste like turpentine mango.
Like
Oh,
what?
Oh,
you get that?
Hey,
All them
I
smuggle that
get
in
From
our
them.
country.
Gambia, straight from
Straight
Gambia.
All
from
them smuggle that
Gambia.
in our country.
Pardon?
Straight from Gambia.
How
Where
them
you do it?
smuggle that in the country?
So where do we the seed?
Oh, I have got
she
this.
sucked the
Well,
seed.
I can't plant the seed. I can't do nothing with it. I've got
What do you
quite
mean?
a few of them. I'm gonna give Val one to taste it.
Oh, England there?
My brother,
Come,
yeah.
Mum, come
No,
bring
no,
it to
no,
me and
go
let
over
me
there.
show it.
Oh, that's
I'm
you.
not
Oh,
going downstairs to bring it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, go down here.
too bad you can't send me the seed them. And you meet over there now, me I can't see them with me now.
Yo, trust me. Every
Me plant
time,
everything where we go.
every same way.
This
That's
is
what me
Listen,
do.
I love my garden. Right now, I'm mad at Michigan. I cannot go outside. It's 40 degrees outside. I cannot put nothing in the
what?
ground. I am so mad.
How
You
much
know,
degree?
so me go to Guam last year, and Guam have the same um climate as Jamaica. And I find
Yeah,
sweet sap
me have that.
and a couple of that tree. Me try bring some ice, but they never grow still. But
Me store some seed, sweet sap seed.
Me have sweet sap seed out there, sweet sap
yeah,
and sweet sap seed,
yeah, you
but the
can
Me
grow
Mama
them
can't
up there,
wait
you
to
Charmaine
know.
put,
was
me can't
showing
wait
off
to
on
put
us
some stuff in
yesterday,
the ground.
Papa.
Me got me okra, me got me callaloo, me pop show, me got me cabbage, me can't wait to put me sit in the ground and me I tell you said the weather fight me. Right
me
now,
not,
Well,
Michigan are fighting
me,
me.
me
Me
just
think I
plant
get from my
me just
nerves.
plant my callaloo and them a spring up already.
that's
Jesus,
it, please.
me jealous.
Me have
So
color the
I'm
seed.
me go
jealous.
see how them go. But
Me
Right now,
got
no,
ginger, me want to put on the ground, but me I got start me ginger from in the house, cause the
oh
ginger,
yeah, ginger easy, man.
yeah, I'm
yeah,
pushing ginger in the stuff.
yeah.
Me say me I gonna try some ginger this year.
Ginger easy, but me not
Yeah,
plant
Yeah,
me
it.
kill
ginger
me, me
easy.
kill me time bush last year. Me time bush, me mess up, me put it in the greenhouse and
Yeah.
didn't go water it or anything and went back
Right
in there
there.
and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so
Yeah,
mad.
Yeah, man, them need water, man. Water
Yeah, at first time I was trying out the greenhouse because I bought 2 greenhouses. And I was like,
water
okay,
is
I'm gonna try
life.
the greenhouse out. And I
Me-
thought I should just leave it outside and at the snow. Cause when I leave it close to the house, my Jamaican time, it come back up. It usually
Me I
come
go
back
build a
up.
greenhouse. That's my next project. Me I build a greenhouse.
Yeah.
We want to
No,
see that.
no, down here, we are going through what you call it,
Drought?
drought spell, man. When everything abundant, grass, everything, like, man.
We don't have that in Michigan. We don't
No.
know where I go on with
Papa
Michigan. Michigan
Dennis,
say nah.
Eh?
In Michigan, I give us a break.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because I never really got the story yesterday. I was a little bit too gone yesterday, but
I know.
why is it that they've banned Magnum in Fort Lauderdale?
Magnum.
Apparently,
Yeah, in Florida.
apparently, it seems like some people were spiking it, right? And,
Oh wow, is that what they were doing?
yeah, and a woman got raped. And
Oh.
they said that's what.
Oh, so
So apparently,
But
because
that don't have anything to do with the Magnum
to do with
company,
the
though. That's
Magnum,
somebody
I agree.
That's somebody putting something in somebody's drink.
it
No,
could be
because
any drink though that could have done that.
I agreed, but all them wanted is an excuse because them said that them is a drink,
Right.
and it
Oh
comes from Jamaica,
wow.
right?
And
So,
because
but
it's a Jamaican company, oh
Yeah.
yeah, let's dump on Jamaica.
so so you can't drink it, but you can probably buy it in the store. They won't allow it.
Oh
Hey,
wow. Me not drink
Florida
Wow.
is
Magnum anyway. Me not like
listen,
nothing like them something. There's
Yeah,
something that
too
tastes like
sweet. Too
it
Florida
sweet.
tastes
is a
like me not drink beer. Beer smell like pee pee. Me not drink it. Me not drink the Magnum. It tastes like medicine. I don't want it.
you know
Yeah, you
Faye,
can't
all
drink that.
that drink is for all that talk is for the tiki chat next
you know
Yeah, man.
Saturday coming.
Tiki bar
Oh
chat. Yeah.
Tiki,
Saturday.
yeah.
yeah,
Saturday.
tequila.
hey
In Mexico, they say tequila make you. Let me shut
hey I speak to you.
Get excited at the bar.
up. Big boss lady tea. Okay.
But yes,
What,
we have been on the live for over
For
3 hours and 10
3 hours.
minutes
what?
Yeah.
now.
3 hours?
Yes.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm something to do. I'm there upon the live.
When we talk, we never end up,
Never end. Yes.
But
Listen,
thank you
I saw the
guys.
bar chat was. I saw the bar chat was. So I
Is
already know. Anytime we get
yes,
together, it's a vibe, you know.
And I'm not.
right.
Yeah, that's lovely.
I'm not even
Our
there.
Mama Charmaine's not even on here today. It was
I
Papa
know.
Dennis, which I love. Thank you. I love when my Papa Dennis comes. He's my favorite man. So
Boss
I
lady, I
love him
forgot.
to the
Boss
max.
lady, I forgot check in
all
Saturday
right.
at 6 o'clock. You know,
Eh?
Saturday
Yes,
at
you
six
have to
o'clock.
come
The
in.
tiki bar open.
Saturday at
Everybody
6.
invited.
What am I gonna
Saturday.
be doing Saturday?
Thank you, Boss
Okay.
Lady T. You should have come up, Boss Lady T. You should have come on. You should have come and press on the
Well,
link on the
the bar
comment.
just don't. The bar just open still. Make sure no say the bar open next weekend. The bar open full time now. We had
Oh,
to have
look,
an
Mum
opening
just
ceremony.
showing.
You know
Look,
what?
here's the mangoes.
My phone.
She's showing the mango, Dennis.
Wait. Who
Oh,
has some
okay,
mango? Me has
okay.
some mango.
Turn it
Some mango.
around. What kind of mango is that?
Twin, why you showing your mangoes?
Hey,
This is what my mum just brought them up.
you
This
listen to
is
me
from
now.
the Gambia.
Twin, twin, why you showing your mangoes?
Are they, are they
These are
already ripe?
and they're big. Yeah,
Listen,
Okay,
you
when we
know
going
what?
back to Gambia? Cause my visa is almost up.
but they're turning like they taste like what turpentine.
Turpentine mango in Jamaica. If they ever
What?
in Jamaica, that's how
Yeah, that's how they taste.
I gotta get ready to go back to Gambia before my visa is up.
When that
Mhm.
now?
They gave me a 5-year visa to Gambia, and it's almost
Really?
up.
Hold on now. Come on, make a trip to but I can't do it. Me run out of time already. Me book up for the whole year.
Wow. You know who you remind me
Wow.
of? My
What?
realtor.
Listen.
It's like she called me and said, Faith, because the other day she put my house on the market and she called me and she said, yep, I'm on my way to Mexico. But I just
That's
want to
it.
ask you this one question. And somebody had sent you an offer, blah, blah, blah. She said, I'm on my way on the plane next in the morning. She travels a lot.
Listen,
And she always on Facebook and so cause she advertised her realtor and stuff like that and all that stuff. And she be like, I think about 10 to 12 trips she be
listen,
planning for the and she got it and she just don't go by herself. A lot of times she take her children with her.
listen. Well, I mean, I'm not picking for Karen, but my wife.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's like she travels a lot. And I'm
Me
like,
no,
girl,
listen,
you're
may I tell
always
you,
on the go.
me off Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Are you
And
gone?
I'm done work Thursday evening, the boat leave at Thursday evening.
Oh Lord.
Come back to work
I
That
turn
you
Monday.
around
know
and
what though? You
you
know what
think
though?
I'm
That's a
joking
life.
when I say when you blink, they'll be in the
Yeah,
next
but that's the life. That's the life. You know, that's the
Listen,
life.
listen to
That
me.
that's a good thing. Yeah.
It's sweet salmon till, but she don't know if you do that. So I just
Hmm.
you only work 3 days a week. Me say come, boom, boom, and me just book out 2 more. What's it in a week? And me say me not book no more for a year in a car, boy. Me I run out of time. Me not have time. You know, and then all them trip here with me and make me say, but that wasn't planned night. A good. That's why me have to cancel this one cruise. You know.
Well, look, once Lynn retire, we're gonna make some of them trip there, so we're gonna talk.
Listen,
Yeah, man.
the way me can come to the conclusion, we all go dead. Me just this is me.
Yeah,
We all
that's
go.
it.
Amen. Amen.
Uh,
You cannot just sit there saying that one day,
right,
one day, one day, and then the day
right.
you decide if you do, you're in the hospital, and then next day you're dead.
We're too
I
late.
talk to a
Yeah.
couple people, you know, and them I tell me them say, oh, this person worked so long in their life and them not plan for this and what they will accomplish. And guess what? The minute them put in retirement, then dead.
As
Drop out.
soon
Yeah,
as they
man.
put in the
Yes,
retirement,
man.
I know a lot of people
Drop
like
out.
that. As soon as they put in the retirement, then dead.
So guess what? Me, anybody, any of my supervisor ever ask me, oh, me I take any vacation, someone, I say, listen, I think I earn vacation to take it, correct? And I say, me not intend to my wife get pay feet because I me earn it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
take it. So every week
We
or so, me I take, yes. So every week or so, me I take 2 days.
Yeah,
And
Mm-hmm.
man.
plus me get sick time too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What? Job give me 6 weeks 6 weeks vacation a year time, you know. But me take it little.
Yes, and that's the best way.
And me
Yeah,
take
man.
plus the weekends I'm me off where you know, my 3 days off. So when I
Yeah.
do me juggle my time, you know, when me on
Yeah.
Friday, I'm gonna leave all on Monday or something like that. Me just move me day after Monday and take one sick day and one vacation and me gone to
You know what
Boston.
I used to do back in the day when I wanted to go to Jamaica? Because I used to go back to Jamaica every year, me and the kids, sometimes twice. I used to
Mm.
just say I was stressed at work and they had to give me the time off. And I was
Well,
gone.
that is
Just
it.
tell
Well,
them say you're stressed. They
it
can't
depends on where you
they
live
can't
still.
deny you.
If
And
you
they
live
have
in
to pay
Florida,
you.
it's a lot easier if you live
So
in
then you
Florida,
take
because you
all
can just,
vacation.
yeah.
No, whatever. Just it's a stress leave. They have to give it to you, especially when working in the medical field. They can't tell
Oh,
you I can't. Me
oh,
gone. Gone at
me,
Jamaica, me picnic them.
listen, I'll tell you, me take off and me just going, and when me go there, me no want, me bring the computer, but me can't get no connection down there, because me not supposed to connect with it, because it's not secure. We can't go
Oh
pump.
yeah, yeah, that is true. Some places you can't. Where was
Right.
that? And they said they can't do it because it's not secure. And I was like, oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I can't even connect in the hotel now, I find out. I have to use my phone.
Yeah.
My phone is secured, you know, and nobody
Mm-hmm.
can get inside it, you know, because yeah,
Yeah.
that's how me do it. And me just go and me just
but
drink,
this is the
drink,
longest life.
drink me juice, you know.
You know,
Get
Mama
tired,
Shy, it
whatever.
really is.
Eh? Listen, you can't not,
That's
you
Yeah.
why
can't
they have friends and family to talk to.
listen. And when I got friends,
Mm-hmm.
I take off and go visit friends just the same way. You know, if they're out there, if not, we gonna make rules. So
I
I
don't
would say,
want to get, I
make
don't
a trip
want to
up.
get some stuppies.
So you know what I mean? Winston,
Yeah,
next year,
man.
I think we can make it this year because I'm out of time, but boy, next year we have to. But might have to come in like summertime because it cannot cool up now right now, not sure.
Well, summertime my best time. So,
That's it. That
but
is
me
it.
definitely gonna link you with
Yeah, man.
the vacation thing and the
Please.
cruise thing.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that can work, man. Especially when I make a trip, so.
I don't even know, but hopefully soon.
Okay. Got your
You
room
got you
ready.
got a
Hopefully
plan?
soon.
Tell her our room's ready.
You know, 2 rooms are sitting there.
I'm coming. I'm coming, Mom. See you
We
later.
got
I'm gone.
rooms ready.
God, now you're afraid of lizard. You're afraid of every blooming thing.
True. Oh God.
That's
Yes,
why.
and snake.
Listen, y'all. That's why I stayed quiet. I didn't say a word.
Oh,
Woo.
but if you got Jamaica, you're still lizard down there, so might as well come on.
Why am I afraid of it? But you see, in
But
Florida, them
Mom,
creep up on you.
Mom,
All the
Mom, as
alligators,
you
them
say
creep
that,
upon you.
yeah, Twinny just done a video where he showed a black snake coming from his truck going into his garden. I'm still having nightmares over the black snake till now.
Listen, they're harmless. They don't hurt you.
No,
No.
stop.
Who you telling that?
That's
That's
why
what
I
I'm
can't
trying
Who
to
move
tell
to
you
them.
Florida.
telling that? No,
That's
Me
no,
why I
no,
I
can't
me
no.
don't
move to
like
Florida.
me don't
I
like
can't
snake.
do the snakes. I can't
I
do
me
the
don't
snakes.
like
I can't
snake
do the
either,
snakes.
but it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, knowing your environment and knowing what's around
Yes,
you.
exactly.
So they're actually good for if you have rodents in your yard,
Yes, they
they
come
eat
in.
the rodents.
That's what they're
They
looking for.
also eat other poisonous snakes. So
Yes,
me rather have them snake in my yard than
and
poisonous snakes or rodents.
yeah, you don't want to have no rattler,
Yeah.
and you don't want to have water moccasin close to the water.
Water moccasins, yeah. I may have a pond, in my
I can't even
backyard.
stand. I can't even stand to see a mice, much less to see a snake.
Can't stand to see what?
Exactly.
I can't even
I'm
stand to
telling you,
see.
it's
I
got a
don't even like
phobia.
seeing a roach. I start screaming and hollering. I be freaking out. I can't do it.
No man,
I say
you
you're
have to
free.
know it.
I never used to be. When I was younger, that kind of stuff didn't faze me. I could pick up a rat, do it. Now, if you want to see me run and jump and hold on back sky, put one mice in front of me. One
Oh yeah,
squirrel, one mice, one roach, me gone, me dead.
You're on the left. You're on the left boat, man.
Yes, me gone.
Oh my! Where run go? And the right
Me
run
know
left.
where one go, but me gone.
No, we already said if you want to see big man act like little pretty, put a flying cockroach in your room. And
No,
they used to
no.
big man act like little pretty.
You were
Yeah,
I
saying
man.
it
can't do it.
yesterday.
I can't do it.
If the rat or the roach ever make me see me, I'm not talk to the kitchen. Me kill him, you know. But when me see things, you know, they snake them. Me want to know which one them be first, guys. Some of them very vicious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But them call them black racer snakes, and them
Yeah, them.
they
Yeah.
are not poisonous, and them actually good for get rid of other snakes and any
I
kind
haven't,
of rat or rodent we have in the yard.
I haven't seen them around here in years. Last time I see one outside of my window by my sunroom. That was it.
I'm not going out.
No, not a long time. Yes, about 5 years. I'm in the I mean, I run from them too, you know.
Me don't like no kind of
Because,
snake still, but me know them and me know them good for the environment. So that's the only reason why me not mess with them.
listen, we are the higher level animals here, so them are the lower level animals. Hey, all me need is a machine.
That's what them say still, but me don't know.
Hey,
Me feel like say if them did have finger without in a problem. That's the only thing that separates us, is that them not have finger.
I'm full.
Hey, Genius. I know. We've been going for 3 hours and 21 minutes.
I
All
know.
right.
I
First time now.
gotta go. I
Some too
have to
much
go.
30 interview with you. I mean, it's supposed to prepare something. So better go
It's been lovely. It's been
So
lovely.
good talking to you guys, man. And
Yeah,
we'll talk.
man.
Yes,
We're
it
gonna talk. We're
has.
gonna talk. Gonna have my number, so we'll
Definitely.
Yes.
talk.
All right,
I'm
cool.
gonna definitely
Thanks.
try and join the bar crew
Yeah,
this
man.
Saturday.
Yes, you
Saturday
should.
6 o'clock, man. Bar
Yeah,
open.
man. Cool, then. Huh? Hold it down.
Be
Hi,
there. I'll be square.
All right. Have a
JD.
good
All
evening.
right. Blessing.
All right. Take care.
Blessings.
Yeah, one
All
love.
right. Blessing, Father.
All
Then
right.
it's Sister
Cool.
Charmaine.
Yes,
Nice.
Bye,
yes.
guys.
Yes.
All
Good
right.
night.
Later.
Right.
All
Easy.
right.
All right, then walk good.
Yeah,
Walk
man.
good, Mama.
All right.
Wow, good.
Yes, greetings and blessings. Thank you all for
Okay.
coming. Love every one of you. And just wait for the next hot topic. Kenya is here, you see.
Oh.
Welcome. But
Oh.
we're about to end the live now. Thank you. Yes. Take care all. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
I am so tired. It is after 1:22 in the morning AM. So I need to go to my bed. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. Any other hot topics, please let me know. Just put a message on any of my posts and we can get this hot topics rolling. God bless you all. Take care. Thank you for coming. Please, please, please check out my videos and my shorts. Love every single one of you. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. I am genius. I am. So Take care, Big Boss Lady T. Love you, Mama. Love you, JD. Thank you for coming. Good night, Genius. Good night, and good night to everyone that came on. Appreciate every single one of you. Love you. Bye.